We got that intro down pat. It only took us a couple months, baby. Big week, big week, big week. Playoff starting, playoff starting, playoff starting. Are you ready? Are you ready to join me for 3 hours of action? The always talented Chuck Salamone on the theme. He gets it done. He definitely gets some. Week 13. Playoff brackets. Checkdown. Where you at, kid? Gotta have a little airbase to end it. Always need some airbase to end it. We gotta do a couple of things right now. We're gonna do a little housekeeping as we fade out the music. But I love it so much, Chuck. Okay, so we are going to, we got our tweets out, we got our texts out, we're plugging, we're promo, we're plugging, we're promo, we're plugging, we're promo. And amazing show today. I love my power rankings today. I'm not going to tell you what it is because, you know, then you're going to leave and come back at 11:30 because we got a pretty tight schedule we were running here. 13 weeks straight. If you are still here, that means you have a team on the precipice of playoff contention, or you're in and you're just trying to get that top #1 seed, baby, get that first round bye. Come in next week and just talk smack because you ain't got to worry about no advice. But for all your decisions today, I am going to be your guide. It's me. It's week 13. You don't need the introduction. You know how we do. I got a couple fantasy questions myself. I was hoping to ask the Checkdown audience, so we'll see. Let the chat develop. Tanner, Billy Bob, what's going on, man? Thanks for hanging out. Burkhead, two totes last week. We're up to 3 on the season. It's not really a big deal. I'm worried about it. I'm not worried about it. So we are moving his usage going up. James White usage going down. Mike Gillisley, the healthy scratch boy. And you look at the landscape, we got a couple of really favorable matchups for the Patriots. It is entirely possible that Burkhead gets these 6 touchdowns. I need a haircut. That's what I'm figuring out from watching the first 5 minutes of my own show. But Burkhead his usage is so good. This is what I thought we were going to get. And I think that's what the Patriots thought they were going to get. When they used him week 1, they used him in a couple of different ways in that opener against the Chiefs. And then he battled a hammy, and he just kind of couldn't get on the field, couldn't stay healthy. But they've always known him as this weapon, this multi-tool who could do anything you would want in a Patriots offense. And that multi-role functionality is exactly what the Patriots offense is built on, because if you can block, if you can run, if you can catch passes, you are no longer you're no longer dictating your plays to the other team. So when you have flexibility like Burkhead over a pounder like Gillisley or a PPR back like Weiss Market, pick one standard for flex. Oh, Tyreek, G-Tate, Devin Funchess. So Golden Tate, big play slot receiver, hasn't gotten a ton of burn. And this week against the Ravens, so I'm selling all Lions today. Funchess, I've gotten some tweets earlier today about Lattimore being back. I still think Funchess as a #1 option has a very high start rate and should be started. I would choose him over Hill. Tyreek, we got those home road splits. My only worry with Tyreek Hill is his return game, and if he gets all up in the return game on the Jets, who did give up a punt return for a touchdown last week. So I have doubts about Tyreek, yeah, but as far as 9 targets, 10 targets for 80 yards and a touchdown, I love that about Funchess. I love Funchess there, especially Olsen's banged up, but I think he'll come back, but limited use. Also, when you got big game stuff going on, that's how we know. I'm sending some tweets, and then I'm gonna shoot an Instagram video and a Snap story with the boys in the chat. So it's gonna be a lit couple of minutes. We're gonna look at the schedule. I'm just doing some Twitter responses. Again, the whole point of the show, we are rating Matthew Berry's Twitter feed like some good old fantasy pirates. What'd you guys watch last night? Did you guys watch some college football? Did you guys watch Miami finally reveal themselves to the world? Miami had that strong front, but we knew Clemson had the NFL D-line from the get-go. Clemson's been out there. Ohio State, Wisconsin, I didn't need to watch it because I knew it would come down to the end when Wisconsin's quarterback couldn't make a play. It was so funny talking to a college football watcher. He just comes around down the later months of the season. He was like, man, Wisconsin's defense is good. They're going to win this game. I was like, hey, man, I don't mean to spoiler alert this, but Wisconsin's about to get a 6 stop, and then their quarterback's going to blow it on the last drive. And he was like, oh, man. And then that's like 100% exactly what happened, because that's what's been happening for 20 years. Oh, what's going on, Tim? It's okay. I got stream is late. Stream is late. I'm on right now. Billy Bob, hit refresh. Billy Bob. Hey, what's going on, guys? So Tim, just stay around because we got you're gonna like power rankings. So I will win you back for the next 3 hours. So, you know, we do that, we dig in a hole, and then I'm gonna bring you back in. I really like power rankings. I was gonna text you about it, but you're here already. That's beneficial. We got 10 retweets for the Checkdown tweet because fantasy's a village. It takes a village. So let's Pac-12. Old man Shaw. Old gutless Shaw. This is how we do it. All right. Oh, you're going to shoot an Instagram live right now. Not Instagram live. We're going to shoot an IG story because I don't IG post, and I feel like that's an untapped market. Especially because, like, whenever you open your Instagram, all you see is tweets from 5 days ago. I've never Instagrammed in my life. Oh, yeah, Billy Bob just needed a refresh. Hey. Hey. How do I flip it around? There it is. Hi, Checkdown world. Okay. We're shooting a dilly, Eric. Dilly. Would you start Juju over Cup in hopes Tomlin doesn't make AB the exception? So that's a bright idea. It is a little on the cutesy side because I think Cup's going to have a really strong game. Cardinals pass defense isn't everything. More so with the Cardinals defense right now, if there's no Adrian Peterson, I don't know how the Cardinals are going to string together first downs. So that becomes a totally open scenario. I don't know how the Cardinals are going to move the ball today. So I love that. I just still laughing at Billy Bob being like, the stream's late. And we're all like talking about Wisconsin. He's like, the stream is late. Nah. It's so good. Okay, PPR, Burkhead, Collins, E. Sanders. I think that E. Sanders will definitely have a bigger game than Josh Gordon. So if we're doing that, I just think it's so funny, BB. I'm sorry. Hey, BB. Yeah, get cute with Josh Gordon. That'll end your season, Tanner. You know that. Pick one Tanner for flex. Tyreek Hill. Okay, we did that one, and we got Burkhead. Okay, so the thing about Burkhead is his first half usage rate was great last week, and then the Patriots got up big, and it became the Deion Lewis show. He had his career high in yards. So I'm trying to get this Burkhead 8-catch game, and Belichick's sitting him in the second half. I don't know what to do with that from a fantasy perspective. That's incredibly frustrating. What's going on, Nico? Double N squared, lifestyle. Thanks for hanging, baby. Freeman, Collins, Gordon, standard flex, Lewis or Burkhead, RB2. So if it's PPR, it's standard. So I'm going to take Lewis based on workload and based on the fact that, like, it showed me last week that if the Patriots mean to run out the clock, they will do so with Deion Lewis in charge. They were burning the second half of the game. So that speaks directly to Deion Lewis's usage rate. What's going on, guys? We're burning through these questions. Welcome. Peppermint Mocha. Go figure. Not a Christmas celebrator, but still a Christmas cheer enthusiast. Oh, Marty B. Juju. That's a good question. Hang tight, baby. We got to shoot an IG video and a Snap video after we do these questions. Freeman, Collins, Gordon, standard flex. All right, I'm gonna answer this question on Instagram right now. Yo, Beast Mode or Alex Collins. Sorry, I'm trying to get going here. Son. Okay. All right. What do we? Okay, we got to catch up to these, and then we got to do the. Let's service the people first, or we service ourselves. All right, dilly. They tried to implode the Silverdome. No way, the Silverdome. It didn't go right. I saw they were doing that. No, I saw a tweet about it. I saw a tweet about it. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? It was a Matt Millen joke. It was a Matt Millen joke! There's a real question whether Antonio Brown plays tomorrow night. Zow! We gotta find, guys, we gotta find this, the Silverdome video. It's way too important. The Silverdome is where the Lions played. The Pontiac Silverdome. Everybody loves a good implosion. Has failed partial implosion. Yes. I guess the building is not used to implosion on a Sunday until 1 p.m. Ah! The tweets are fuego. Get me video evidence. They really said the Silverdome doesn't implode until after 1. Ah, it's so good. It writes itself. Yo. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I gotta find this. Guys, we're doing fantasy advice for 3 hours. I'm catching up to the chat. But if the Silverdome's gonna failed explosion, your boy's gonna watch himself a failed implosion. Videos, videos, videos. Videos, videos, videos. Oh, we're trying. Pontiac Silverdome. An official said the stadium was built a little too well. Oh, I think I got one. I think I got one. I think I got one. This stuff is important, okay? Let's catch up on this chat. Twitter has the video. Yeah, no, of course. Sky Kristen Fox. Twitter has the video. Oh, Presser, what's going on? Silverdome. No, it's good. No, I did see that. I also saw that. Okay, so let's catch up here on some Chizat while we pull up this video. I think the video is up. Okay. Nico wants to know Freeman, Collins, or Gordon standard flex, Lewis or Burkhead RB2. We did the Lewis. We want the volume. Freeman, Collins, Gordon is an interesting question, okay? Gordon's got a tough coverage matchup. I think the Chargers secondary is getting, like, West Coast ignorance for some reason. Nobody's talking about it. Devontae Freeman against Minnesota, really tough. A little bit more vulnerable on the road, but still Minnesota run defense we try not to play against. I'm leaning Alex Collins here, especially because it's standard. There's PPR upside for the other two. Collins doesn't have the same upside, but has a workload. He has a slight injury thing, but I don't see Buck Allen getting a significant workload over Alex Collins because Collins is that much better. Collins scored on Monday and now has a much better matchup against Detroit at home. Plus matchup game script for the Ravens. Lots of running in the second half. Hopefully, I can easily see the Ravens blowing this game, but Collins figures to matter regardless. Nico, give me Collins and Lewis. Stick the dismount. TR, Martavis Bryant or Juju. So Martavis Bryant figured to be that guy this season. I took him way too early in a couple leagues. We can admit it. It's week 13. Let's ball. But Juju Smith-Schuster is the number 2 receiver on that team. He's got baby hamstrings, and that's why he missed a couple of weeks. But he's back, and I think it's totally safe to play him even if Brown plays. I think Juju's just the better receiver, and when he's in the lineup, he beats coverage and he straight produces. So there you go. Christian. Oh, Tanner. Tanner gave the E. Sanders. You might hear a lot about it. E. Sanders a little bit later in the show. We might have to tack back around. Beast Mode or Alex Collins from TR. So this is not the worst situation between the two backs. Beast Mode, strong outings 2 out of 3 games. Dud against New England. A lot of duds this season. But without Crabtree, without Cooper against the Giants, this figures to be a Beast Mode script. If you were ever going to get Beast Mode and Jared Cook involved, it would be by default this week because the other two are not even dressing. So they're not allowed. So I would go Lynch there. I don't have a problem with that. Their numbers will be about similar. I'd probably try to jam them both in the lineup in standard. I wouldn't be afraid of that, depending on who else you got in there. Let's see what else we're going. Let's check in on this Superdome video. Is it playing? Here we go. Let's figure this out. It's not playing. We lost it. We're back. Hey, you know, technology, it's a crazy thing. Twitter's funny. Twitter's a funny place. Let's catch up in the chat. Cooper Kupp or Marvin Jones? Austin, I'm going to get to that. Austin, I see you got 2 on the board. Give me 1 second. Let me catch up. Juju, Eric, Juju over every Steeler not named AB or Bell, then James, then Bryant. IMHO. I would go Bryant over James, especially if there's no AB. But thank you for those Steelers skill position power rankings, Eric. You're invaluable to the program. And we match. Your circle and my hoodie. We match, boys. Austin, Case Keenum or Big Ben? This is an easy one. Case Keenum's a heater right now. The only thing you have to worry about is... Where's the controller? The only thing you have to worry about is Case Keenum getting benched for Teddy B. But when Keenum's going 300 yards and 2 totes in every video, why are we worried about that every video? In every game, why are we worried about that? Why is that a thing? If Case Keenum continues to play at such a high level, he's going to force himself into the MVP conversation. He can rush too, and that's another aspect of his game that's not being talked about. But I think when we talk about Big Ben and Cincinnati, we talk about iffy matchup against a tough defense, almost always. And Ben away from home, constantly statistically much worse than Big Ben at home. We know that. We love that. We prey on that. And so this week we're going to go Keenum. I like Keenum. You might see him later in the show. We're going for $1 million again. I don't care. Last week we bet $75 on our Millionaire Maker lineup. We won $125 with a lineup that we built on this show. So let's go to the schedule real quick because I want to show you guys this. The last hour will now be called the Millionaire Hour. Yeah, the Millionaire Hour. Oh yeah, it's real spice. So we're gonna break down the show right now. Then we're gonna talk about some hot cheap flex. Everyone's after cheap flex. Some hot cheap flex. Say it 5 times fast. So then we're gonna do our tiers like we've been doing. 11:30 our rankings, and in 10 minutes I'll tell you what they are if you remind me. We're gonna break down Josh Gordon's return. He hasn't played since 2014. Then it's the Millionaire Hour, and then we're gonna do our live draft on draft if we have time. But we might be just so obsessed with our pursuit of $1 million that we just don't care. So that's good. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Great minds do match alike, yeah boy. Press, what's going on? Welcome to the show. Collins, he does run really beautifully. Jake, what's going on? Thanks for popping in. Okay, Austin, we got one of yours done. We got the other one coming up. Crowell, Collins, Coleman, pick 2. CCC, senor. Crowell, not the worst matchup. The Chargers' run defense is like really their only even slight weakness, but at the same time, they're going to be behind that game script. Coleman, I need to know if it's probably Tevin, right? I would be going Collins for sure, and then Coleman or Crowell. Coleman PPR, Crowell standard. That's how we cut that. Hey. Oh, it's Tevin. Oh, it's flipping Tevin. Yeah, so PPR go Tevin because he's going to get more, he's going to get work, but, you know, Freeman's back, and Freeman is the guy. You got to get Freeman back. Oh, Catherine's got a question. I got you. Give me 1 second. So, Freeman and Coleman were splitting earlier in the season, but it was kind of going the reverse way, whereas Coleman was shifting more to the rushing back, and Freeman became more the receiving back. But Freeman was just a little bit more precautious than usual with this concussion because he also got concussed in the preseason, which not a lot of people talk about. Like, if you get 2 knockout concussions in the same year, that's like super bad for your thinking rock. That's what I call a brain, a thinking rock. All right, Cooper Kupp or Marvin Jones, and we're going to Catherine's question. Cooper Kupp has a great matchup today. Not as litty, like week 4 we did the Justin Bethel thing. We did the first to second, Peterson to Bethel. The Cardinals benched Bethel, and they've actually been much better in the slot since then. Marvin Jones has been hot. Has been beating really good coverage the past couple weeks, and the Ravens were really tight on Hopkins and still couldn't stop him. Again, if you were going to start Marvin Jones against the Vikings and Xavier Rhodes heads up coverage, which he got all game, then you're probably still going to start him against the Ravens, who have even better coverage, right? Because studs are studs and heat is heat, stay in the flames. I like Kupp, especially PPR. I'm getting you, Tan. But Marvin Jones can produce. I have Marvin Jones in a couple lineups where I have no other choice because his upside and he's just hot. It's been so good that we're just going to stick with it. All right, Kat, this is an important fantasy lesson, so look up. The Bears are going against a rookie quarterback. They're at home against a rookie quarterback. Now, we don't care about all the extraneous news and injury alerts and what the coaches are saying. If we can start a defense against a rookie quarterback making his first ever start on the road, we hammer that shit. We hammer that shit all day. We hammer that shit till the cows come home. It's a family show. I'm sorry for the language, but that's our lesson there. So definitely Bears, defense, good matchup there. And thank you for watching, of course. Eagles defense versus Seattle, Lions defense versus Baltimore. Wow, both of those are terrible. What's going on, Budo? Hey, big week in the Rock League. Big week in the Rock League. Not at the bottom, at the tippy top. Christian, this is kind of a tough one. Eagles defense versus Seattle or Lions defense versus shitty Baltimore. I'm very hesitant to go Lions defense versus shitty Baltimore. Baltimore, shitty, yes, but they can still score, and they're at home. I would be worried about the Lions offense giving up touchdowns. You know what I mean? Like, that's in play. Oh, I don't have a jug of water. Oh, no. Ooh, we might have to hit commercial. Guys, that's horrifying. If hiccups come, we'll go commercial. Eagles defense is the better defense. So I would be weird to say don't take the Eagles defense, especially over what I believe is a below average defense in Detroit. So that one, I think we're getting cute a little bit by asking me Lions. I really don't think that that's a fair comparison between the two. Oh, this McAdoo fire stuff is getting me all types of bothered. Love it, love it, love it. Love it, love it, shove it. All right. We like Sanu and Diggs as a wide receiver duo today. Already had Crowder play Thursday. Oh, we definitely like Diggs today. Diggs is a must start. Great matchup. Atlanta's secondary is banged up. They're hot. Minnesota's hot. Diggs has been fiending for a big game. He had a big game against what was the other big game? Oh my God. Washington. He had a big game against Washington, who's also got a good secondary. Why did I just do that? Oh man, the toot noise. Tanner, talk to me, baby. Pick 2, standard, Mixon, Miller, Hyde. How about the Joe Mixon breakout game? Boys and girls, we finally got one. We finally got a real game from Joe Mixon, part of the Millie Maker lineup. I think he'll be fine to continue to bang. He's the power guy. He's the focal point of their offense. Miller, without Foreman, is the new sexy basement guy. Oh, Tanner, all 3 of these guys should be starting. Mixon, Miller, and Hyde. I'm reading this slow, but all 3 of these guys should be starting. All right. We're moving right along. Move along. I watched the fights last night instead of college football. Man, UFC's getting good. I am never not having a good time. This dude, Francis Ngannou, oh my goodness. Alistair Overeem looks like a good fighter. Looks like he fights for a living. And he got almost killed. I almost watched a man die on UFC last night. When they get knocked out and their feet go stiff, straight up, light as a feather, stiff as a board. Whoa, doggy, that's violent. Football's violent. UFC, I see some stuff that makes me look away. Football has some really cringe moments. UFC has some shots. I'm just like, oh my God. Oh, I can't imagine professionally getting hit in the face like that. It's bananas. Anyway. Cooks, Jeffrey, Evans, and Michael Thomas. Pick 3. That's a good one. Cooks is hot. We got to keep Cooks in. Jeffrey just got a new deal, but he's questionable in Seattle. I mean, I like Jeffrey, but when he's on the injury report, it makes me like him less. Evans, Jameis is back. Questionable Green Bay defense. I like that. Michael Thomas, good coverage against the Jets, but Robbie Anderson did just torch the Jets, and the Saints really need that game. Wow. Tanner, when you hit me with questions from 4 leagues, I don't know what bench bunches in my flex, sad face. Like, I don't know what league you're talking about because you're asking me 9. Like, I love you. 9 questions later, I just don't. I'm so confused by what is happening. I don't know. Mixon, Miller, Hyde, bench Funchess in my flex. That's what it is. I guess Funchess over Mixon. I guess Funchess over Mixon. All right, Danny Woodhead or Jerick McKinnon. I like that one. Danny Woodhead or Jerick McKinnon. So McKinnon's going back. We got a little, not like revenge game, but homecoming game. I like homecoming game with Gronk going to Buffalo. McKinnon, Atlanta native, hasn't been getting the pop plays. So we'd think that like McKinnon's getting dominated by Murray, but McKinnon's still getting equal touches. He's just occasionally getting tackled for a 4-yard loss. Super duper frustrating, but getting all the passing work. And lost my spot. And but losing the goal line work. But he is still a factor in the offense. I need a tissue so bad. It's like when it's like tickling your nostril and it's just like, and now I'm just trying to talk and I'm getting nostril tickles. And then it's just gonna be like ploop. Watch 2 rankings. I'm gonna go get a tissue and my water. 10:30 earliest break. Beautiful. I got you, Tanner. Give me a second. Bang! This is one of the more tremendous cosplays I've seen today.
Cosplay?
Sir, you showed up and you described your costume in 1 word to me, and I said, what are you? And you said,
I'm Jewish.
Hava Nagila. How about that? You're really repping here.
I am.
What's with these? What's with the boots?
I'm a professional wrestler.
Oh, really?
On top of being Jewish, I wrestle every weekend up and down the East Coast, internationally.
Okay.
I throw my hat at people. I hit people with bagels.
Oh my God.
My name is Matthias Glass, the Hasidic Outlaw.
Is that because Hebrew Hammer was taken? It just
I
seems
don't like that one.
Finish this sentence. Baruch atah Adonai.
No. I failed Hebrew. I am the Hasidic Outlaw for a reason. My family does not condone what I do.
This is a fantasy football show. Do you play?
No, I don't. I'm sorry.
Okay. Can you give me your top 5 Jews? We do power rankings. That's a big thing.
It's definitely not going to be in football.
No. Thank you.
Okay.
I got that.
All right. Goldberg from WCW.
Great pick. That's 5.
Jerry Seinfeld.
Great pick.
Yeah, Barbara Streisand.
Top 5 Jews. We're doing top 5 Jews. Top 5 Jews. What's going on, guys? Woo! The cold season. It's out here. And I'm working on it. Wow. But that would have been it had to happen. It had to happen because I was burning. The tickles. You can't read. You can't focus. And then it's like everything you're doing, it just gets, it's angina. It sucks. But let's get right back to it. That's so stupid. I don't even remember what I was talking about. I was yelling at Tanner for being Tanner, as one wants to do. Jake, we like Sanu. We like Diggs. Sanu's a little bit tougher because of Minnesota. Improved slot play, but he's been as consistent as it gets. What's going on, Yaz? Lifestyle. Oh, I was helping Budo, bruh. Oh, we were talking about Jerick McKinnon and Woodhead. Yeah. Woodhead's a nice pick. Woodhead's got a crazy ceiling, though. I think he's got a low ceiling as far as a fantasy starter. I wouldn't put Winston in just yet. I need to see another week to make sure Winston's healthy before I'm going to start throwing him in my lineup, especially week 13, and especially when you've got an extra option like Keenum. I don't think that's that's a tough one. I would go McKinnon and Keenum, roll with the stack, roll on, have confidence. It's one of the best teams in football. You know, if you had Chiefs earlier in the season, you rolled with them. You got Vikings now, we roll with them. We ride the heat. Back it up. What's going on, Ben? Thanks for popping in the show. What's going on, Scott? Where can I see top fish power rankings? We did fish power rankings at Comic-Con. Hundo P. We did fish power rankings with Aquaman. I don't think it ever made it up into the show, but it was definitely a thing that I wish I had showed you. Today's power rankings is NFL nicknames, by the way. We're doing our top 5 NFL nicknames. A lot of research went into the archives on this one, and pretty excited about it. Probably that's like the most football thing we've ever done as far as power rankings. It's definitely not, you know, Chinese food orders, but NFL nicknames is just fringe enough that it's worthy of Checkdown power rankings. All right, Ben. Pecking order for the playoffs. For the playoffs among these 4. Hold on. Oh, Giants tweet. Oh, Giants stuff. $1 million backfield. Coleman, Hyde, Ajayi, Alfred Morris. So Ajayi's value has been really frustrating lately, and I think it's mostly a measure of the yeah, here we go. Here they come. Here come the nicknames. None of those are on the list, by the way. Stephen Baker, the touchdown maker, is really strong though. So in terms of overall skill, I want Ajayi top of the order, but he's not getting Galloping Ghost was good. It didn't make it. Ajayi's not getting the touches. It's a 5-man rotation, and they're just killing the ball with Blunt in the second half. So based on that, it physically pains me to say that I got to put Ajayi 4th. Alfred Morris ran like old Alfred Morris, and if the Cowboys are going to make a run, he's got to matter. So Alfred Morris gets into this 3-2 iffy spot with Coleman, who's back in the timeshare role, but still effective, was still getting 12 to 15 touches a game before the Freeman concussion. And at the top of this, Carlos Hyde, because if Jimmy Garoppolo can turn things around to be an effective quarterback, the 49ers are suddenly a balanced offense. And while it's not likely, Carlos Hyde has the way highest potential to be an absolute stud back down the stretch. If Garoppolo's functional, we could be looking at consecutive 100-yard games. Nothing Tim has said has made the top 5. If you're looking for if you're looking for spoilers, none of those have made it. So I think he's gonna be upset, but also, you know, we got 15 retweets on the fantasy text today. All right, let's move along. Let's do our tiers. Get this hour going. Let me just make sure I didn't miss any questions. Ben, just to wrap that up, we liked Hyde, then Coleman Morris based on matchups, then Ajayi last based on usage, which could change. It could pick up. It could definitely pick up because they're playing non-competitive games. If the Eagles are going to be up 17 at half every week, then none of their starters are going to be effective. Jaho. Oh, I missed Matt. Matt Marin. What's going on, bud? Charles Clay or Jack Doyle? I got you. So here's the funny thing about Charles Clay. Definitely the best skill position player, not shady right now on the Bills, but Bill Belichick loves Charles Clay. Right? It's weird. Bill Belichick has lots of respect for Charles Clay. And when the Patriots played the Bills and Patriots played the Dolphins and the Dolphins had Charles Clay, Belichick used Aqib Talib to shadow Clay because he's that aware of just how good Clay is in these kinds of matchups. Catherine, that's a really good question. Damn. So Charles Clay, normally on matchup you would like it, but because it's Patriots matchup, I have a hard time starting Clay this week. It's just Jack Doyle's been getting consistent looks, and the only person you can really pass to on the against the Jaguars is the tight end. They're gonna miss Telvin Smith, number 1 linebacker. Chiazzo driving, tweeting, watching, do it all, guys. However you can get the show, get the show. Is Kelvin Benjamin droppable in all formats? He feels droppable. Tanner, it just depends on who you're dropping him for. I mean, if you're going to drop him for Zay Jones, don't. I don't think that's super effective. But if Aaron Rodgers is on your waivers, go get him. if you're making the playoffs or not making the playoffs, go play defense. Get Aaron Rodgers off of waivers. Don't let anybody claim him. I shouldn't have to say this, right? I feel like I shouldn't have to say this. But if Aaron Rodgers is even remotely available in your league, you go get that guy. You drop whoever you got to get for that guy. I can't keep doing coffee. I got to go to water. Alex Smith over Matt Ryan. Let's have a drink over this. Break this down real nice. So Matt Ryan's captain regression this year. We all did that. We all saw that coming. But when he's home, he has been able to string together strong performances. What's going on, Jeff Key? You're my guy. Thanks for popping in. I'm answering a question right now, and then I'm going to get to you next. My problem with Matt Ryan against his Vikings defense is a lot of top quarterbacks have struggled against the Vikings defense. And while Devontae Freeman coming back helps, I just don't... What's going on, John? Thanks for coming back. Always appreciated. I just don't see the Falcons being able to have the same balance that they would have. However, when it comes to Alex Smith, I'm just not ready to do that. I'm not ready to go back to Alex Smith when I have the reigning MVP as my other quarterback. So for all the things I did just say about Matt Ryan, I just can't get on the Alex Smith train after 1-5 and a new offensive coordinator and whispers of Mahomes. God forbid, the Chiefs have a bad half and Mahomes comes. You know how many seasons? Oh my gosh. Do you know how many fantasy seasons could get ended by Alex Smith today? 15. So many fantasy football seasons could get ended if Alex Smith gets benched at halftime for Patrick Mahomes. The Jets don't have the worst defense. It's not impossible. The Chiefs have looked really bad. Mahomes is explosive. The Chiefs' offense isn't rocket science. He can get in there and run it. I just want to see Mahomes scramble. I want to see if he's got that NFL scramble speed. Dag. Okay, here we go, Jeff. Case Keenum or Tyrod Taylor. I've been hyping Keenum all day today, and I'm going to save this one in my phone for you, buddy. But I truly believe that Keenum's going to have a fine game, and I don't think Tyrod's going to have that good of a game. His highest, I think he's got 5 games against New England in his career. His highest finish is QB 8. Only one QB1 finish in his career against the Patriots. They just know how to neutralize him. They got that mush rush, which is, it's not a straight edge pass rush. They kind of just collapse the pocket slowly and move the quarterback in a way that's uncomfortable for him to make the throws that he wants to throw. Roll him the wrong way, keep him backing up and rolling. It's smart. It's smart. You don't have to sack the quarterback to put pressure on him. What's up, dude? Ooh-ah. Also, in a must-win situation in my main league. Got AB in my flex right now, but I'm scared he won't play. Could play T.Y. or Jaquiz Rodgers, or should I risk it and wait? If he doesn't play, pick up Rodgers or DHB. Rodgers? Which Rodgers are we talking about? First of all, if Juju or Martavis Bryant is on waivers, this is an easy one, right? Go get those guys. Oh, Eli Rogers. Yeah, I should have known that. I hate Eli Rogers. I've tried to block him out of my system. Huh. Yeah, I figured. Wow. Must-win situation. This is probably the worst situation for that. I'm so upset right now. Okay, if you're in a must-win situation, right? Must-win situation, I don't believe that the backup Steelers wide receivers will necessarily put up so different numbers than like a T.Y. or a Jaquiz. I think Jaquiz is going to share so many snaps with Peyton Barber and Charles Sims today. I think that's a fair right down the chute 3-way split. And T.Y. cost me like $1 million last week, so we're off the T.Y. train. Oh my God. You guys begged me not to start T.Y. last week. It was so bad. It was so bad. Matt, yes. Matt, yes. Jeff, I think you got to get AB in there and you just got to wait on it. It's Monday night. I think you just got to get a backup plan ready and just, it's your season, man. You don't want Antonio Brown to be on the bench when your season's on the line. Worse, and even worse, you don't want to watch Antonio Brown. Thank you, Christian. Thank you, Christian. Yeah, no, I know I messed up. No, I messed up. 2 catches for 15 yards, by the way. 2 catches for 15 yards. Let's look at that. Let's take a look at the Millie Maker last week. How'd we do? Take a whiff, baby. Hall & Oates blasting in the morning. Blasting in the morning. We're looking at the Millionaire Maker to see what actually won last week and talk about our pick. We worked on it for a while. We're going to work on it for a while again today because the last hour of the show is the Millionaire Hour. Oh, yeah. So, you know, that's a thing. So I would, if I had to choose between Rodgers or DHB, I would choose Rodgers, and I would just roster him and then get Brown in your flex. You don't have a choice. You don't have a choice. You're studs, man. It's your studs. You got to go down swinging. Let's not go down with Jaquiz Rodgers in our lineup, you know? That would just be awful. I wouldn't know what to do with myself. I'd feel so bad. History, Millionaire Maker. Matthew Berry just told me to find other options for AB. Yeah, Matthew Berry's a schmuck. Eli Rogers is fine. You gotta have him available. You don't wanna have, oh, I started Jaquiz instead and then watch TY drop 2 toadies. In this order: Juju, Marty B, Eli Rogers. That's what it is. Where's the Millionaire Maker? I'm trying to find the lineup from last week. We can break down what went wrong and then what actually won and what went right. Biggest win of the week. Okay, here we go. Bang. So this was the Millionaire Maker on last week. This was what we decided on, right? It took us almost the entire show to decide. And Cam wasn't the best choice, but it was okay. He got his own tote, and he got the 2-pointer at the end. We nailed it on wide receivers, Sanu, Kupp. We knew those guys were going to produce, and they did. They had some of their best games of the year. Deion Lewis, career high rushing. We knew Tevin Coleman was going to have a great game. We went for it. We got exact value. And then Kamara did Kamara things. Touched the ball 11 times, and he freaking exploded. And he was the reason we were able to finish with 159.26 points and finish in that money. Ways we could have improved. Cam obviously could have done better. At the Jets, looked really bad on a bunch of plays, missed a bunch of open receivers. T.Y., Jacoby Brissett looked lost, couldn't get the ball downfield, didn't test the back of the Titans secondary, and that resulted in 2 catches for 15 yards. Just a really bad day. Tyler Kroft caught a touchdown, but other than that, it was pretty useless, but still got his value. And then Raiders defense. Raiders defense was doing so good. Again, the cheeky pick, 2.8% out of... There were 60,000 people, and less than 3% had Raiders D, and they were doing really, really good. And then Paxton Lynch got benched. And Trevor Siemian drove him down for 2 touchdowns. So that really, really, really hurt us. Like we were in business. Like, we were in the money, like, firmly. And then that took us out and put us right on the edge. If you could see the last people, this is the last guy to get paid down here at 150, and we finished with 159. So really that last Kamara touchdown was absolutely everything for us. We look at the winner. Okay, so this guy's name is Ending. He won $1 million on Sunday. Let's see just what he did to win $1 million. Hold on one second. Oh, cold season. So he's stacked because you got to have a good stack. But he also went 2 tight ends, which not a lot of people are out here doing, you know? A Gronk Ertz 2 tight end stack and the 2 combined for 54 points. That is so money. He got Julio. You got to have the big Julio power player. He had the number 1 running back, Joe Mixon. Where did he go cheap and score? He went cheap and scored on Jermaine Kearse, 1.3% owned. 100 yards, had a huge tote, 7 catches, best game of the year. He went cheap-ish. Wentz wasn't, the most expensive, but still got it done. 3 touchdowns in the first half, just a monster. I guess it's cheap if you go double tight end flex. You'll save some money, but Kupp was decently cheap. He just got his top-tier Julio, and Julio went off, and then he rode that out. Cardinals defense is interesting. They got the double digits, outscored Raiders. But what's funny is Cardinals defense got Cardinals defense played at Jacksonville, and on the last play of the game, Jacksonville returned a fumble for a the Jaguars were on kick return, and the Jaguars were trying to lateral and get a big play because they were down by a touchdown. So the Jaguars are lateraling, they fumble, the Cardinals pick it up, and if you look here, the final score, M. Jordan T-Mac has 233.16, and ending has 233.68. The $1 million DraftKings prize changed hands on a kickoff return failed lateral fumble recovery as time expired. That's a difference of $850,000. Second place gets $150,000. First place gets $1 million. Changed hands on a kick return lateral fumble recovered by the kicking team. That is the worst beat you'll ever have in your life, buddy. Sick to your stomach. You want to talk about gut punch? But this is the recipe, man. This is the recipe. Have a stack. Have a functional defense. Don't pay for studs all around. Get your big boys and hope you get value and make it happen. Don't get overly cute. Just fill it with good players. I think that's what we learned last week with McKissick. We tried to go cheap. We went cheap and we got cute, right? For ultimate value. I have some more ultimate value guys today, but I think that they actually have much higher ceilings and volume rates than a guy like McKissick, who the Seahawks just refuse to use him. It's incredibly frustrating. You and I both know Eddie Lacy's bad. Why doesn't Pete Carroll? It's like he's saving McKissick for something because he only has so many guys left. It's brutal. It's brutal. And that cost some friends some money this weekend, last weekend. And for that, I apologize. But we are out here, boys. We are out here, and in the last hour, we will resume our quest for $1 million. We got a couple cute lineups, but most of all, we're just tinkering. We're working on our $1 million quest. We're trying to get some caviar and yachts up in here. That's the way we do the show. Let's go to our tiers. Let's start the tiers. Let's play the theme song. Let's get into our second hour. Dropping Science, my man from an Xbox. What's up, Xbox boy? How you doing, lifestyle? You playing some dubs this weekend? I feel you. We're hitting our second hour. We're going to do the tiers. Week 13 game outlooks. There's a couple of top tier games, babe. Reset the diaphragm. So, if it was in Minnesota, it wouldn't be a tier 1 matchup, but it's in Atlanta on the turf, so Vikings-Falcons gets the tier 1 treatment. The Vikings showed against Washington and that they can shoot it out. They have no problem going blow for blow with you, and if an offense can move the ball on them, they don't have to. They're not a ball control team. They're not like Tennessee. They can't win from behind. Case Keenum to Thielen is a real connection, and they can really make it happen. Patriots at Bills, probably a one-sided affair, but I'd still start shady. Patriots defense I'm a little sketchy about, but I'll probably start them just because not a crazy amount of good matchups on the board. Brady to Gronk, Brady to Gronk, Brady to Gronk. Every time Gronk is back in Buffalo, he has a great game. It's where he's from, and he stunts on the crowd. It's great. Panthers at Saints, this got an over-under of 48. A lot of people saying these are two pretty good defenses, but when they get together, the scoring is going to happen. Even if it's not 48, each team's going to score a couple times. So I think fantasy production for that game will be fine. I'm not scared of Lattimore coming back. The only thing that does scare me a little bit is the Panthers have been really good with backs out of the backfield. So when you talk about the Saints, like getting Kamara run, like obviously I want to see Kamara do cool stuff, but I don't know, the Panthers defense is probably going to shut that down. Hopefully. I don't know. Tier 2. These matchups. Giants at Raiders. I don't want to hear any Geno Smith bashing on this chat. This is a family show. And Geno Smith is a family quarterback. Oh, sports. Yeah, nope. Scott, yep, we've been on that. That's crazy. Question from Teresa. She's an Eagles fan. What's your prediction for the Eagles-Seahawks game? What do I got Wentz doing? Huh. Let's just center ourselves. Get into the mind of an Eagles fan. Ugh, that was a dark place. My prediction for Eagles-Seahawks. So the Eagles are in this really fun position where they have a good run defense, and the Seahawks cannot run the ball. So whatever Russell Wilson pulls out of his, that's what the Seahawks are going to do tonight. I don't know what necessarily that consists of, but I do think the Eagles are going to win this game because they're the much better, more complete team. John, I know. John, I saw it the first time. I'm sorry. John, you have every right to flame me with the question marks. Don't really get the whole chat thing. Thanks anyway. I'm moving on. You don't get the show. You don't get the show. Don't got super chat. Reg chat is fine. Reg chat is fine. Okay, John, I got you. Teresa, then John. It really should be the other way around, but this is just what happens when you're in the circle of trust. So I think we're going to see something along the lines of Eagles 26 to 31 points in that area, and Seahawks in the vicinity of 13 to 18 points. That's how I see this game going. Maybe the Seahawks have a chance late, but the Eagles defense is really good. The Eagles are just getting better. Dylan, the robot. Dylan. Oh, that's such a good name. Oh, man. Dropping. Give me a question, baby. All right, so Teresa, I see Wentz having 250 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 45 yards rushing. He's been rushing more. It's a very, very underrated part of his game. He's so tough. I'm sure his coaches wish he ran less, but definitely a fine game from Wentz. Wentz, Ertz might end up in the DK Millie later. Millie Maker's only $25 today, guys. $25 for $1 million. It's a really good deal. Okay, John Schultz. I guess I'll answer your question now. Let's go back to the main so people can see everything without being that guy. Jamal Williams, Dion Lewis, Freeman in the flex, standard scoring. I think Dion Lewis is fine here. He's a volume guy. Next to that, I would go Jamal Williams. Tampa's a little soft inside, and Jamal in the screen game has been really good. I think that Jamal Williams is getting a little overinflated. The Steelers' defense was really bad on Sunday and just sort of gifted that screen. They sort of gifted that screen pass touchdown to Williams. So when it comes to Jamal and Freeman, the matchup's not great for Freeman. I just would rather that Patriots running back that is getting the most work of any Patriots back just seems like a good thing. All right, John, we got you. Jamal Williams or Duke Johnson. I would probably go Duke Johnson in PPR. He's getting more touches and he's much more explosive, and the Chargers have been slightly vulnerable to backs out of the backfield this year. So I don't think that that's the worst play. Jamal Williams, I'm just not sold on his quality. He surprised everyone against the Steelers. I'm telling you, the Steelers defense had a bad game. I don't know why. It was just a weird game. Tim, nobody's asking about Rams because we're just starting all the Rams, dude. If you got Cooper Kupp, you're probably starting him. If you got Goff, you're probably starting him, right? Like, we're done asking about Rams. We're starting them, dude. This is what it's like. Well, welcome to chalk, dog. Welcome to chalk. Oh, drop it, man. Woo! I'm gonna screenshot that. Hold on. Wow, baby. Highest praise. Number 1 in my league. Wow. Screenshots are us. All right. Hashtag made it. What's going on, Burns? Ryan Burns got us some DraftKings money watching the fights last night. Burns correctly picked 5 out of 6 fighters. He unfortunately told me that Jose Aldo would put up a fight against Holloway. Max Holloway is the real MF deal. That's a bad man. Woo! Oh, Naganu, though. Oh, TJ Hushmanzada, Peerless Price, or Charlie Garner, PPR Flex. This is a good one because if it was standard, I would go with Price because he's the big play guy. But when it comes to PPR, I really think Hushmanzada is the guy because when teams are playing Ocho Cinco deep, they're really not paying attention to Hushmanzada, which also makes him a good red zone target. I think Kitna is going to be able to work here today. So take Hushmanzada. Kitna Hushmanzada stack wouldn't be the worst thing. Maybe get Rudy Johnson in there, go all 3. But I think you're probably better off with Hushmanzada over Peerless Price. Garner's like a low flex. I don't think I'd be in on Garner today. Matchups. Good, right? Guys, if you got any questions from 15 years ago, give me all those. Give me all those. What I do and who I do it for. What I do it. Oh. All I want for my birthday is a big booty up. Carter St. Germain, you have an amazing name. Carter St. Germain, amazing name. Carter St. Germain. I hope you're a king. I hope you're some sort of baron. Whoa. Guys. I love this. Let's hit the theme song. It's 11 o'clock. Whoa. 11:30. We're going to do questions. We're going to do tiers. Yeah, my nose is running. Question, tiers, NFL nickname, power rankings, 11:30. I'm gonna start this over and do a video. I'm gonna start over and do a video. I'm gonna start over and do a video. Hey, what's going on? It's me, it's Rick, you know that, it's my profile. Hey, I have a fantasy football show. It's live on YouTube from now until 1 p.m. early games kickoff. Look, I'm on it right now. I'm literally on it live right now. That's the chat. That's my theme song. It's called the Checkdown. Watch it. It's on YouTube. That might be my first Instagram story of all time. Connor, what'd you say? Connor, that said. Was it the double talk? Oh, the double mic gave you anxiety. Sorry, guys. I forgot about I had the double mics up to make the music come in good, and then that song. You guys are the best. Oh man, I can't wait to never stop doing that. I can't wait for the 10-year Checkdown show. Like, this show's gonna keep going. We have already been renewed for season 2. If you don't freaking know. If you don't know, we are locked and loaded for season 2. Full run-up, full preseason. We might go podcast. Oh, the Silverdome video. You're right. You're right. You're right. When you write, you right. So, you know, tell your friends and tell 3 friends, because we're trying to be the source when it comes to, when it comes to this Sunday morning, John. We're not trying to be we got to beat the guy, you got to be the guy. ESPN's ratings are down. NBC's ratings are down because they don't have a Sunday morning show. Fox ratings are down. Checkdown up. I got this great idea for some skits. I don't know why I just did that. What is that even? I had some great idea for some shorts and some video stuff. Like, we have a commercial. The commercial's done. It just never made it because it was like week 9. It's like, why are we airing a commercial week 9? But Dale Dimmadome. I'm Dale Dimmadome. Dale Dimmadome, sneaky good fantasy football name. I'm playing Dale Dimmadome. That is really good. Okay, we have a 35-second video of the Silverdome imploding. We're getting ready. There was another video that I wanted to watch today from the Golden Girls theme song video, but I don't know if we're going to watch that. I'm watching it first to make sure it's safe for work, guys. Okay. I don't know how clean it's going to play. So we've had real issues with video. We've had real issues with video playing while watching video in the show. Dude, next year we're going to try to do video guests. Next year I want to do call-in segments where people can call me on the telephone. My buddy for Chat Sports does a call-in segment with a graphics team. It is so stupid. It is so good. Oh, Tim, thank you so much. Season 2, baby. We'll put a little sizzin up there. We are so out here. Only landlines. No cells. No cells. You call me from a payphone or a landline. All right, let's watch a building blow up. Now you got what I got. Everybody. Oh. Oh.
At this point in time. So we're waiting to see if that happens, but right now the charges went around in a circular fashion from my vantage.
So everything blew up.
Charges explode behind me here, and there is no collapse yet at this point. But behind me here, and
They set him off and nothing happened. Oh, that is fantastic. There is no collapse yet at this point. Oh, there's a bus. Oh, and the bus. No, it didn't work. It was a failed collapse today of the Pontiac Silverdome. Live look at the inside of my shorts right now. Oh my god. No, they can't. So, Tom, I don't know if you know this, but typically in Detroit, there's no collapses in the Silverdome until after 1 p.m. Eastern. So we're waiting. Pew, 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 pew. We're waiting on further collapse. So good. It's so perfect. Ooh. Roman Reigns or the Silverdome? I mean, you can't really beat Roman Reigns these days. I skipped my hot cheap flex segment. Let me just finish tiers and we'll come back. We'll do hot cheap flex. Cheap hot flex. It's just fun to say fast. Tier 3, we got to pump the brakes on these matchups. These are matchup based games. Positive matchup, play it. Negative matchup, sit. Texans, Titans, DeAndre Hopkins, maybe the most matchup proof human being in the NFL right now. Beasted on the Ravens. Lamar Miller, highest baseman in football. That makes the Texans more attractive than not fantasy play going in. The Titans have been really bad. I've gotten a lot of DeMarco Murray questions. He's really lost a step. Not as good. And the Titans just look like a mess against the Colts last week. Broncos-Dolphins is a really interesting matchup because the Broncos are missing just a ton of starters on defense, including Talib, who's suspended. The Dolphins are missing Damian Williams, giving almost sole backfield work to Kenyon Drake, and Cutler's back. Just a very interesting... I almost put it in tier 2, but it just felt cheeky when I could just talk about it as a matchup here. It's so interesting. Simeon v. Cutler with two bad defenses. There is intrigue there, especially on the fantasy level. Colts, Jaguars, I want to vomit. Browns, Chargers, the Chargers are hot. Defense, Rivers, Gordon, Keenan Allen, maybe. And that's pretty much it. Maybe Hunter Henry. The congestion, boys. The congestion. Where is this coming from? Eagles, Seahawks, we did it. Rams, Cardinals, no AP, no AZ. See the Rams putting the blitz on Bortles, and then we'll see where that goes from there. Not good for the Cardinals. Just to wrap it up with your doo-doo matchups. Lions at Ravens, yeah, sure. Garoppolo at Trubisky, mama don't make me. And Steelers at Bengals is usually not a high-scoring affair. Monday night also, so it just makes me mad. AB stuff is making me furious. Le'Veon Bell, 71% of his career touchdowns on the road. I don't know where else to put that stat except for right here. Oh, Derrick Henry has been one of the most frustrating running backs in fantasy. Clearly the better athlete. Clearly the better athlete in Tennessee. Just not getting his fair workload. I think that'll change over the last couple weeks. DeMarco Murray has just looked like a shell of himself. Had a touchdown as a fullback last week, but other than that, Derrick Henry put the team on his back and carried the Titans to victory in Indy. Where you had a question... I walked a mile this morning, got lapped by two old Republican super, but I don't care because all right, I missed a bunch of these things. Should I start... Oh, Carter, should I start Cooper Kupp or Evan Engram? I missed that one. Cooper Kupp, 100%, that's it. I missed a bunch of this stuff doing the doubles, doing the double theme song Instagram plug. If I put that on Instagram, I can see who watches it now. I can see who pops on that. That's honestly the first Instagram story in my life. I haven't Instagrammed in a long ass time. It still says posting. Why does it still say posting? Instagram's dumb. But it's what the kids use. I gotta tap into the kids. I gotta teach these kids. Ooh, oh. This is my part right here. All right, guys. Where? Billy Bob. Billy Bob was in here 10 minutes before the show. The Utes. Thank you, somebody. I'm like, hey, in here. Billy Bob was here way before anybody else talking about Rex Burkhead. My man, making sure that people know about Rex Burkhead. Maybe people know Rex Burkhead. 3 touchdowns. Rex Burkhead. 3 more touchdowns. And I won't eat his face on a piece of paper. What's going on, South Rules? Thanks for hanging. Welcome to the show. Pick one, non-PPR, Davante Adams, Marquise Lee, Paul Richardson, T.Y. Hilton, Jarvis Landry, already starting, Thielen, and Fitzgerald. Oh, Davante Adams has a great matchup. The Bucs have been getting rinsed by slot receivers. They got worked over by Jones and Sanu last week, and Davante Adams is in a smash spot with Hundley throwing underneath. Davante Adams has been by far the most productive member of the Packers offense with Hundley under center. Strung a couple of nice games together against bad defenses, and it's totally worth the spot here to throw Adams in. Way, way, way more upside than the other four, except for maybe Landry, but Landry is a PPR big time play. So non-PPR, I love Adams in this spot over the other guys. My nose is killing me. Gotta hit the Mucinex. Woo! This is my part right here. All right, so yeah. So Marquise Lee, not crazy about it. Obviously, Indy, good matchup, but no thanks. Paul Richardson, bad matchup against the Eagles, and not enough work, comparatively speaking. I'm punting on T.Y. Hilton. I'm just mad at him. I'm mad at him, and I'm not talking to him. That's a 1 week penalty box on T.Y. Hilton. It's going to be Tyreek Hill. Excuse me, Robert Wetham. What is that last word? That's rude, man. That's rude. I mean, Jimmy Graham's technically a wide receiver, so you're wrong. Jimmy Graham's a wide receiver. Jimmy Graham's a wide receiver. Yeah, Jimmy Graham's a wide receiver, so. No. Jimmy Graham's a wide receiver, so. And Beckham's boyfriend, honestly, you're going to do that in here? You're going to do that here? You're going to do that up in here? Cool. At my usual fun choice, Wentz or Russ Wilson. Yeah, this is like the hardest one. They've been back and forth. They've been back and forth all season, literally. They're like 5-5 through 10 weeks playing at the same time in terms of who's outscoring who, Wentz and Russell Wilson. While on paper you would think it's just outright Wentz, it's way closer than you think it should be because of rushing yards. I want to say Wentz. I do think that Russell Wilson is going to be the entire Philly offense tonight, but Wentz has just been so good that I have a hard time sitting him. Yeah, I just have a hard time sitting him. Hey, Teresa. See ya. I see you in the chat there. $1 million to first. My mom just called to say, I think number 10 on the Giants has brain damage. Oh. Hey, I knew it. That's so funny. What's going on? Happy holidays. I hope everything is good on your end. Tim, that is hilarious. And all right, Tanner. I'm gonna just stretch on this one. As Zahir Hakeem, slot receiver, Braylon Edwards, Ike Hilliard, or Joey Galloway, pick 2, standard. So here's the thing. If it was PPR, then I'd be going all over Hakeem or Hilliard. Because it's standard, I like a big play guy. Joey Galloway is just like he's a week winner, you know? He's a week winner. And I think that this could be one of the weeks he goes off and has one of those huge explosive weeks. My laptop's been unplugged for like an hour. Az-Zahir Hakeem. Oh my God, Tim, your mom's a savage. Tanner, I would probably go Braylon Edwards and Galloway over Hilliard has some matchup things, but I really think that he's kind of a boom bust touchdown dependent play. So's Eli's a rebel. Eli's a running rebel, Tim. That's not fair. Your mom's being mean. Okay, AV, I'm here for you. Should I play Devontae Freeman, Lamar Miller, Demaryius Thomas, or Kenyon Drake this week as a PPR flex? I love Kenyon Drake this week. Double time in PPR. I know, right? Yeah, I know. AV, Denver is missing a handful of starters on defense. Kenyon Drake is getting the bulk of carries. There's no Damian Williams. So when it was usually like a 40-40 snap split, it's now going to be 80% Kenyon Drake more than it's ever been. Jay Cutler is back. He's running Adam Gase's offense. It's check down heavy. So now Kenyon Drake isn't even sharing the dump off targets. So I'm looking at 80 rushing yards and 8 catches today for Kenyon Drake. A really strong PPR game that I think he can easily get to, especially if the Dolphins are going to be behind and chase this game, which is possible because they have the worst defense and the Broncos have finally started their best quarterback in Trevor Siemian. So I definitely think of your flex choices, the best one is going to be Kenyon Drake. He's a guy I'm really high on this week, and I have no problem getting in there for you. Millionaire maker, millionaire maker, millionaire maker. We are 12 minutes to check down power rankings. Oh, wow. Tim shut us down. Can't say I'm surprised. Can't say I'm surprised. We're going through Matthew Berry's mentions, trying to get some people out here. Yeah, man, we want a big Geno day. Geno's a sneaky pick, man. Geno is a sneaky, sneaky pick. I have no problem. Yes. Budo, yes, yes. It's only 25. It was 75 last week. Come on, $25. Let's get in here. Let's get some picks. We're gonna talk about it the whole last hour. Just wait and submit your lineup. Just make your lineup with me in the last hour, and you'll be as prepared as you can get. And the last hour, we're all gonna make millionaire maker lineups. It's gonna be a good time, and we're all gonna cash hard this week. I'm not gonna make the same mistakes last week. I took a risky quarterback, a risky receiver with a bad quarterback, and I took a risky defense against a benchable quarterback. I'm not doing any of those things this week. We're going to break our habits. We're going to take more bankable options. Sorry, this tweet says, should I roll with Blunt, roll Blunt or a J? Which is just funny when you think about it, like drugs. Yes! In the last hour, we are going to go for it. It's not that hard to put it together, and it's not that hard to win. There have been, I think, 18 people that have won the Millionaire Maker, the $1 million grand prize, off of one entry. It is so possible. It's educated gambling. Geno Smith has not lost a start since week 15 of 2014. People forget that! Whoa, people 5 get that. I don't think Geno Smith is that bad. And guess what? The Raiders defense is absolutely terrible. Geno has had all season to prepare. This ain't no Snoopy Bowl. Geno's got Sterling Shepard back, a receiver who can't be covered by the Raiders secondary. Geno's got the best tight end in the NFL. He never had a good tight end with the Jets. This is a very nice spot here. My only concern is in Oakland. He's had bad West Coast starts, but definitely wild underrated. Emphasis on the wild underrated. Wild. Chow, yo. Clayton with the chow. Darkwa, Aaron Jones, or Crowell? That's a really rough one, man. I'm nervous with Darkwa because I think Gallman's going to start stealing those looks. Aaron Jones. Sorry, guys. Aaron Jones is not going to see as many touches as he could. I don't expect him to play a full game. I don't expect him to see more than 10 to 15 touches. Oh, it's rough out here. But, I mean, Crowell's a rough one, especially considering game script. I'd hate to choose between those three, Clay. I know it's rough. Aaron Jones has the highest upside, believe it or not, because he's got the big play ability. Oh, Burns, that fight is outstanding. Burns, enjoy, man. That fight is so good. And then watch. Okay, the Tamor fight is awful. If the Felder fight is in prelims, I don't know if it is. Watch how close Felder gets to getting choked out. Felder was seconds from getting fully choked out and falling asleep on the mat. And he ends up getting up and just putting together a dominant striking performance. It was so good. It was such a weird turn of events. 100% thought he was getting choked out. Sorry. Darkwood Jones Crowell. If you were like, Rick, who's the best? Yeah, he was. No, he was. He was in. So, if you were like, hey, Rick, who's the best running back? I would probably say Orleans Darkwa. Hellbows. Aaron Jones, good matchup against Tampa, but not a good workload. Isaiah Crowell, bad matchup, but a decent workload. So you see how frustrating this could be. Clayton, I ideally would like Darkwa here. I think that the Giants have had some rough games, and what's up, Suhu? Suhu. Gallman has been like a product of lost games, and if the games are competitive, I think Darkwa should get in there. I will pick Darkwa, and I'm going to save that question as one of my, questions to... Yeah. People are having a problem with the YouTube app. I got you, John. Give me 1 second. Preesh. Yep. Tough choice. Yeah. I like Darkwa. Rodney says, I'm watching the show. It tells me to create a page in order to ask a question. Call me an idiot, but it makes no sense. Sorry, bud. See you next week. I don't know what to tell you. 21 retweets on the Checkdown. We got in a new share group with some good fantasy creators, some good fantasy, some real know-hows. 21 retweets as far as engagement. Oh, only 2,000 impressions, 70 engagements, so that's pretty good. 3 media views. I guess that's autoplay of the YouTube link. What? I don't really need that. I don't want people watching in it. What? There's some crazy tweets. Sometimes I just get stuck on like a Twitter hole, like looking at Miro tweets, like while I'm on the air. Wow, my phone's so bright it forgets that I got a thing here. Okay, the juices, I got you. And then we're gonna do power rankings. We have NFL nicknames, top 5 NFL nicknames power rankings. So stick around at 11:30. We're gonna do that right after this question from the juices. Pick 3. Pick 3 out of 5. 5 running backs. 3 options. Kareem Hunt, Woodhead, Jay Williams, McKinnon, and Quiz. So I think your quiz is going to be part of a 3-headed monster with Charles Sims and Peyton Barber. Barber got the goal line work, and Sims is the PPR guy. What's that make Quiz? First and second down. Great. McKinnon, decent matchup. We've talked about his usage is even, but not explosive, and definitely not on the goal line. Pick 3, Juices, tell me if it's PPR or not. If it is PPR, it's got to be Kareem Hunt, right? I think no matter what, it's Kareem Hunt, McKinnon, and Woodhead. And if it's not, give me Kareem Hunt, Williams, and McKinnon. Juice, number 1 nickname. Maybe on your list. I have a great nickname for number 1. I don't think I've almost never been as excited for my number 1 because I was researching nicknames and was just like, Sweetness, no. White Shoes, no. And when I came across this nickname on this player, I totally forgot about it. Now I saw it. I was like, yes, dude. Absolute number 1. I wish it was I wish more people knew about the nickname. I honestly think that it was a very underrated nickname for a devastatingly underrated player. So, 3 minutes. We'll talk about it. Okay. Top 3 skill positions Geno Smith's ever played with in the NFL. Number 1, Evan Engram. No, Press, he played with... Braylon Edwards was really good, man. Braylon Edwards was really good, and he played with... Geno Smith's running back was... Did he have a Thomas Jones? Did he have a big running back? I don't think Geno Smith had the worst. Oh, we had Ivory. Ivory was really good. Yeah, Ivory was really good. Come on now. Wow. Jets fans, they Really, they had it good. Ivory and Gino, Braylon Edwards, Jets fans don't know how good they had it, man. Oh my god. That's really funny. If McAdoo gets fired Monday, we'll do a special show. Braylon didn't intersect with Gino, missed by a year. Heartbreak. That sucks. Sorry, Press. I could tell you're still broken up about that. That's disappointing. Hey, Nabil, what's going on, man? You're just in time for our power rankings. It's 11:30. We do them every week at this time. It is NFL nicknames, the top 5 NFL nicknames of all time. We're going to run through these at 11:30, and then we're going to do cheap hot flex. Hot cheap flex. We'll get audio for that next year. I want a soundboard next year. That's a pipe dream. And then we're going to do the Millionaire Hour. We're going to build $1 million lineup. And then next week, we can do the show in a fancy robe. Okay, if we win the Millionaire lineup, if I win the Millionaire, I will let one person who watched the show today, I will go through the chat, put all the names in a random name generator, and I will let one person from the show pick a destination on the earth, and that is where we will host the show next week if we win the Millionaire Maker. If we win the Millionaire Maker and we win $1 million, one viewer will get to choose one location on the earth where we will do the show next week. It could be your house, it could be your bathroom, it could be Disney, it could be the White House. Most logged hours, Tanner, get the fuck out. It could be Spain. It could be a cruise. It could be the North Pole. Dubai. Everybody put where you would put. The 14th Street subway station. Wi-Fi's good. Hawaii. I have a place in Hawaii I can stay. I thought about it. I thought about doing an episode from Hawaii this year. Still might. If we win the Millie. I hope you boys like Mexico. Disney, LFG. Oh, because he's going to be there. Yeah, let's go. Oh, Dublin. The edge of the Golden Gate Bridge. That's great. Everybody is saying such nice things, and then I'm going to win, and then someone's going to make me do the show from Guadalajara. It's going to be... It's all fun and games till the question's actually in front of you. All I got to do is win the Millionaire Maker, and one person in this chat will choose the location of the show. Let's do power rankings. It is our top 5 power rankings that we do every week at 11:30, right halfway through the Checkdown. This is our Checkdown power rankings, and this week we are doing the top 5 NFL nicknames. The NFL doesn't have as many nicknames as the NBA or even baseball. When you see guys every day, the players are just less accessible with shorter careers. We just have less time to develop these nicknames. You got to get it in college. You got to get it really early in your career. And so a lot of the nicknames we have are older, from the newspaper era, when we would need to come up with nicknames. So remember these people. So let's go right from the beginning. Number 5 nickname on our list is Night Train. One of my favorites. Dick Night Train Lane. As a rookie in 1952, Lane had 14 picks. It's an NFL record still, 14 picks. So he got this name, Night Train, from the song Night Train by Jimmy Forrest. It was a #1 hit for 7 weeks in 1952. His roommate would play it all the time when Night Train was playing for LA. Lane was initially uncomfortable with the racial implication of the name. I mean, it's Night Train Lane, so it's like, his name is Dick, so why don't you just call him D-Train? Like, D-Train is awesome, but the song was Night Train. It wasn't because he was black, it's because it was Night Train. The racial implication of the nickname, which had been bestowed on him by his white teammates, he embraced it after a newspaper reported on his performance against Washington Redskins star Choo Choo Justice with the headline, Night Train derails Choo Choo. So good. So good. And that's just number 5. Number 4, the Assassin. I chose the Assassin because it is it's just such a classic like 80s movie nickname. And it was so the Assassin, he played for the Raiders for 10 years, and he's known for one thing, which is not necessarily the best thing. He's the guy that put the hit on Darryl Stingley. It's Jack Tatum. Jack Tatum played for 10 years in the NFL. He's from Passaic, for the record. He's a New Jersey boy. 3 consecutive Pro Bowls, won a Super Bowl with the Raiders. Not as many accolades as some of the guy on this list, but the Assassin. It's just so important to have that. He's literally a killer. And he also paralyzed Darryl Stingley. But after that, it kind of changed his life. He was never the same. Kind of became a recluse. I mean, I would too. You totally paralyzed a guy. So that's what he gets. He gets a reclusivity. Number 3, a little bit more modern. Bad Moon. Andre Bad Moon Rosen. Just a great nickname. 7 NFL teams winning a Super Bowl with the Packers, and then won a Grey Cup with the Toronto Argonauts. 5-time Pro Bowl, All-Pro 1990. Rosen, outside of football, was most known for his relationship with Left Eye Lopez, right? She burned down his house. Man. It's the only guy on this list to have his house burned down by an R&B singer. So he's got that going for him, which is nice. Andre Rosen, Bad Moon. Number 2, the Minister of Defense, Reggie White. Taken from us too soon. Reggie White, one of the greatest players to ever play the game. 13 Pro Bowls, 10 first-team All-Pros. At the time of his retirement, the all-time sack leader. He played for the Memphis Showboats of the USFL, so he's actually has the all-time professional football sack record of 221.5, but only had 198 of those in the NFL, and that was passed. It has minister, it has defense, it's official, it's intimidating, it's a boss. It's 4 words, Minister of Defense. Really, really good. My favorite, the number 1 NFL nickname of all time. I don't know why I like it so much. It's so good. Weapon X. If you know who Weapon X is, put it in the chat. I'll wait. Weapon X, one of my favorite players in NFL history. One of the most underrated players in the history of professional football. Someone tell me who Weapon X is. No, man. No. Weapon X, just a devastating player for a long time. One of the best to ever do it, and not talked about enough in that conversation, overshadowed by some of the different players of their era. That's right, Brian Dawkins is Weapon X. 9 Pro Bowls, 4 first-team All-Pros, no Super Bowls, the first player in history to record a sack, an interception, a forced fumble, and a touchdown catch in a single game. The first player in NFL history with at least 30 picks and 30 forced fumbles. 36 forced fumbles is the most ever by a safety in NFL history. He's the only player in NFL history with 25 plus picks, 25 plus forced fumbles, and 25 plus sacks. An animal. The most respected Eagle, in my opinion, of all time. One of the best to ever do it. Totally overshadowed by Ed Reed in his time. Really unfortunate. He does not get the credit he deserves because he didn't win a Super Bowl, I don't think. But as time goes on, as he gets into the Hall of Fame, people will remember him as one of the absolute best to ever do it. Brian Dawkins, Weapon X. This is it. This is your Checkdown Power Rankings for Week 13. There it is. Enjoy it. I slaved over it. And here we are, halfway through our program, stretching, getting ready, on the precipice of $1 million. So let's do our other segments in this second hour, and then we slowly work our way towards DraftKings time. DraftKings and live draft time. Ooh. I love it. So, we know from last week that if we want a lot of studs in our fantasy lineup, we got to go Darrelle Revis is team captain against the Jets. Revis is going to be a captain today. That's hilarious. Yeah, these look really nice. Sadly, I have scoured Pro Football Reference to jog my memory of the 2013-14 Jets. Oh, I did that yesterday, Press. Don't worry. It's fun. It's a fun time. I like these lineups that are coming in with me. Guys, if you want to make a millionaire lineup together, we're going to make it in the last hour. It's very possible. Let's see if we can just cue this up real quick. What do I feel about Packers RBs today? I'm playing Jamal Williams over Devontae Freeman in Minnesota. Who's that? Is that Gandalf 305? 305. 305. 305 worldwide. What it do, baby? Gandalf 305. PPR, decent play. So I'm not crazy about the Packers offense, but I do think Jamal Williams is going to win that job over Aaron Jones. Aaron Jones with a knee thing, it just feels like it's a little quick for him to come back. But, I mean, I'm not saying it's an obviously right play. I'm saying you can do that. It's weird. You know? So, like, they are pretty even in terms of production. My only concern is Aaron Jones was very explosive. Like, before Aaron Jones got hurt, he was much better than Jamal Williams. So my concern is that Aaron Jones comes in, gets hot, and then there goes Jamal Williams' day. Like, Jamal Williams is gone. So it's a rough situation that you have to kind of take that in mind. So we try. Who are the must-haves? Oh, well, dude, you got to wait for the millionaire hour, dog. You got to wait for the millionaire hour. That's in 20 minutes. We got a millionaire hour. We got a millionaire hour. The whole last hour is about the millionaire maker. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but we need some juge. We need some good juge. All right, I'm setting up some windows because I want to, like, get bunkered down for the last hour of the show because I think it's very important. Also because, you know, someone's going to pick where we're going to have the show. Yeah, unbelievable, Press. The nerve of this guy. The nerve of this guy. So, I think Packers running backs are a decent fantasy option. I don't think the blow-up spot is there. I just don't think the Packers offense is that good. For some reason, they were able to put up points on the Steelers. I think that's kind of a mirage there. Over half of Brett Hundley's passes are behind the line of scrimmage. He got really, really lucky with the screen. Oh, Keenum. Keenum way, way ahead of Matt Stafford against Baltimore. Gandalf, it's not necessarily about Keenum. It's about Baltimore at home is the real deal. Whoa, almost dropped the coffee on the carpet. We got that queued up to play. Oh my gosh. I have some stuff, bro. Jets inactive. Darren Lee, surprise healthy scratch. Coach's decision. I'm answering fantasy questions overall. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. Yeah, Case Keenum, 100% real deal, 100%. Falcons are missing their best corner. Thoughts on Joe Mixon this week? He's playing the Steelers in Cincy coming off a big game. Yeah, I can't really decide who had a worse game, the Steelers last week or the Browns, because both have above average run defenses and both did a really good job of tooting the bed. I wish it was easier to come up with that answer. Oh my god. These kids are really telling me to... Ugh. Oh my God, I'm giving away all the good information off the show. Oh my God. Stop telling people to start Corey Davis over Deshaun Jackson. Sorry. I know that I've been telling people to start Corey Davis, so now I'm like doing that thing, but it's not the same thing, I promise. I'm looking for something very specific. Got it. All right. So yeah, Joe Mixon, probably a good value, especially in DFS, but so he's going to get his 20 carries, but I think that because the Steelers defense is stout and they want to force Andy Dalton to be one-dimensional, that's like a good strategic plan. The Browns can't do that. The Browns can't slow Andy Dalton. So when you play that neutral defense where you're not stopping the run or the pass, an athletic Mixon will run over your front seven. But I think the Steelers have a better front seven, and the Steelers are going to be able to make Andy Dalton make plays, which is what you want to do. T.Y. Hilton, you don't got to get me started, baby. We know that. T.Y. Hilton cost us $1 million last week, my guy. 2 catches for 15 yards. Get out of here. Oh my God, people are killing me. People are killing me in these. I got Can we talk about how I had 2 fantasy football experts, not fantasy football experts. Can we just talk about this? Let's bring it in here. I wish I could full stretch. Look at me. Look at me. I had 2 people who write about fantasy football for a living. 2 people who write about fantasy football for a living make their money on the internet, come to a group chat full of other contributors, and legitimately not know what net neutrality was. Oh, like I've seen it, I just didn't think it was important. It's not really logical. You want to talk about frustrating? I don't know how we got talking about that, but that actually happened this week. That's insane. If that was you, that's insane. Presser, thank you. Presser, if you haven't seen Internet Comment Etiquette, that's my new favorite YouTube channel. Shout outs to that guy. He is hilarious. Can you or did you post the winning team for the million? Our million? Wait, are you talking about our winning entry or last week's? The one that actually won last week. South rules. Uh-oh, 3rd hour hiccups. Here we go. So if you have an answer for me, South rules, I'll go back and I'll look that up because I have it queued up. But if not, we'll just do cheap hot flex. Both would be cool. Okay, so as far as our lineup, sorry, I the screen. As far as our lineup, we're going to make it in the last hour of the show. We're going to make it live. I'm going to plug my phone in. We're going to be all hooked up, and we're going to do Bex on Deckington. We're going to make it happen, okay? Gandalf, I got you in a second. In terms of last week's entry and last week's winner, yeah, let me get that queued up for you. I had it. No. Here it is. I'm pulling it up. I'm pulling up last week's $1 million lineup so we can look at it. And in the meantime, we'll talk about some hot, cheap flex. Hot flex. $5. Hot flex. So I'm going to go with some cheap options. We're going to work our way up to the less cheap. Not necessarily expensive, but like, we're talking cheap right now. Roger Lewis, I think, is the cheapest potentially productive player on the board. Listen, the Raiders secondary is bad. I watched way too much Raiders football last week and watched Paxton Lynch try to throw the ball against the Raiders secondary. Psst, he almost did it. Psst, Geno Smith can huck it, chuck it. And if you're looking for a deep threat, Roger Lewis is the Giants' deep threat. He's got decent hands and he's got good vertical speed, so he's been effective. So at 3,100 for a chance to catch a 60-yard touchdown, that is as cheap and as risky as it gets, but the payoff could be huge because you could get 2 studs in there if you cram in a 3,100. Our next pick is going to be Josh Reynolds. Now, all the heat is on Cooper Kupp. We ain't painting. All the all the hype is on Cooper Kupp, but Josh Reynolds is the 3 in LA, and he caught a touchdown last week, and he's going to have Peyton Barber going to start over Doug Martin. Told you so. Josh Reynolds is some of these people are really just bothering me. I'm turning my phone over. Sheree, is she here? Sheree's not here. Sheree? That was such a dumb week. I gotta go back and make that clip. Anyway, Josh Reynolds, he's gonna get his 5 targets, maybe even get 7 targets. The Cardinals secondary is decent. I think that'll end up. The more I think about that game, though, now that Peterson's out, that's looking like a big time Gurley game because the Gurley game, the Gurley usage in the second half should be tremendous. He doesn't come out. He's going to burn the clock too. So I might have to start Gurley as my Dana Studdlefield. How about that? Don't drop Crabtree. Seth Roberts, though, is a very another interesting cheap hot flex today because at 3,700, he's the number 1 receiver. Not a lot of number 1 receivers priced at 3,700, my guys. Seth Roberts got paid like a number 1 receiver earlier in the season. He hasn't been getting the target share like it, but that doesn't mean he's not capable of it. And the Giants have no jackrabbit. They're vulnerable in the secondary. This is not a terrible pick at 3,700. You are saving some serious money, able to get yourself a top-tier defense. I know you don't trust him, but the targets are there, John. He's just a high-volume player, and he's super talented. Next, we're going to go with Marquise Goodwin. If you're a Jimmy G guy, this is your Jimmy G connection, right? Go Jimmy G stack, super-duper cheap, get some stud running backs. Why not? My congestion's starting to check. Oh, my God. For what it's worth, text from one source today. This is brutal. This is going to drive Reddit crazy. Hugh Jackson has a load of plays set up for Josh Gordon and has limited other wide receivers from a designed play standpoint. Wow. That is crazy. Yeah, Raiders really bad against the pass. Very, very bad. And I started them last week against the Broncos, and they almost gave up a touchdown to Paxton Lynch. So you know how that is. Latavius Murray or Joe Mixon, PPR. I like Murray. He's a touchdown guy. Touchdown guaranteed. So Goodwin's a risky play if you're feeling risky, but he's also the deep ball guy. For running backs, Tariq Cohen's usage is absolutely unpredictable. Less than 10 touches in like 6 straight starts and then exploded for 15 the other week. So you're on your own here, but my idea is that with Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers on the other sideline, the Bears are definitely going to go over that 60% run rate they've been working with. So Cohen could have a nice week this week. Could. But for that price, oy gewalt. Lynch, 4,800. Pretty good value. If you think the Raiders are going to control the Giants, Marshawn Lynch becomes a great play. He's had 20-plus DraftKings points in 2 of his last 3 games. Those were against much worse defenses, but game script here. Game script plus a lack of Oakland receivers says that that this could be a big-time beast mode game. And it's at home. I think Lynch is better at home. And our last one is Kenyon Drake, who's a big name for me today. I'm closing a window. I'm starting to get chilly. So Drake, we talked about this enough. The checkdown offense of the Dolphins, plus a full workload from no Damian Williams. You got 2 starters out on the Denver defensive line, including Derek Wolfe and Aqib Talib, who's a pretty good tackler. I know that's not like, missing a corner, start the running back. But shut up, Burns. But I think Drake is going to be an auto pick in a lot of DFS lineups, a lot like Coleman was last week. And that's it for Cheap Hot Flex. And I I might have to take a bathroom break. I'm hanging. I couldn't sit Kareem Hunt. Oh, baby. Let's catch up with the chat, see what the chat's saying. Yeah, John, don't drop Crabtree. We've been there. Hugh Jackson is trash. Thank you, Suhu. Bad coach. Start Woodhead. I don't know, John. He's gonna get his 5 catches, but he's not gonna get a lot of work. I would start Lynch over Woodhead. Totally fine. I would start Tyrod over Alex Smith. Guys, I gotta go. I gotta hit the bathroom. I'll be right back, and then we are going to get into the Millionaire Hour. Sorry, I gotta go. Rob, what's going on? Thank you so much for being on my show, The Checkdown. You're the first ever player to come on my show. How does it feel, first of all?
That feels special, man. It's awesome, man. I'm glad I get to be the first player ever. That's awesome.
I'm super grateful. Why don't you talk about real quick what you're doing with Tide?
I'm doing a little something special with Tide. I mean, it goes along great because they're coming out. They came out with the Tide Sport Pods, and you know that, like, you know, amateur athletes can stink just like professional athletes. I mean, it's not just us who are always stinky after games. Amateur athletes, I remember growing up as a kid, I was always smelly after games. And just the way to just get that stink out of you, get that smell of you, you can use the Tide Sport Pods, and they're just awesome. I mean, it'll take out the odor out of any athlete's gear, and it's just awesome. And I did a couple commercials too, and they're coming out next week, and I'm dressed as a kid with pigtails on, as like a little girl, and just showing that I stink just as much as a little girl, and the mother comes in and just smells us. So it's pretty classic and pretty funny.
Do you like? I sweat a lot too. Do you like your smell? Are you a fan of your own stink?
Oh man, sometimes, but sometimes no. Like when it gets too overboard. I mean, that's when you gotta throw your stuff right into the laundry, right into the laundry, and get that stuff cleaned. And I mean, what better way to do it with Tide? Because I mean, it's America's #1 detergent for a reason. So. But, I mean, sometimes I just think too much. I got to hop right in the shower right away. Like, that's my goal after, like, some of the games, is get in the shower right away, man.
But is there a competitive advantage to being smelly? Does it give you an edge? Get you some separation?
It could. I mean, you got to really, 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 really stink out there if it's giving you a competitive edge in separation on the field.
I need Tide when I work out, and when I'm not working out, I'm always dropping food on myself. What's one food that you hate that everybody likes?
That's true. That is true that I'm always dropping food on myself.
No,
too,
me.
You? One food that I hate that everyone likes. I go with like hot peppers.
Yeah, no hot peppers for you?
Super hot sauce. Everyone. No hot peppers for me, but people love that.
Are you a mild salsa, mild wings, or you just don't even touch them?
Yeah, exactly. I'm a mild salsa, mild. I'm a mild type of guy.
I'm a mild lifestyle. What's the best piece of advice you've ever been given, and who gave it to you?
Oh wow! I mean, that's pretty deep right there. But
good morning.
I just like the. Good morning, is for sure. Great piece of advice. I mean, from my high school coach. Just to always keep working hard and stay humble. I mean, I think the staying humble part is definitely huge. And I mean, it's just so simple and easy just to say. But it's definitely one of the truest things and one of the best advices out there.
You obviously have 2 Super Bowls. One of the top players of your position. What kind of goals do you try to set for yourself at the beginning of the season? How do you stay motivated?
I'm just always motivated. I'm out there because I just love to play the game of football. Just going out there, running around, making plays. It's just fun. It's just what I do. When I take too much time away, I just fiend to get back out there on the field. And want to start making some plays, being with the guys out there, cracking jokes out in the field. But definitely gotta just stay motivated because you just love playing the game.
Rob, if you could ride any animal to work every day, what animal would you ride to work?
like that question.
Yeah, that's how we do it.
I'll go with. Oh man, I never thought about that, but.
How do you never think about it? That's all I think about.
Well, I mean, I always say what kind of animal I would be, and I always say I would be a dinosaur.
Oh, I love that.
That's what I mean. Does that work? I'd ride a dinosaur if they weren't extinct.
I mean, if you're a dinosaur riding another dinosaur, is anybody gonna mess with that?
Yeah, exactly. Ain't no one messing with dinosaurs either.
Yeah, it's from the start.
I don't know how we became extinct.
Pool basketball or pool volleyball? What's more fun? You got to pick one.
Oh man.
Yeah, I'm coming in strong today.
That's a good one. You are, man. I like it.
You know, when I said I was going to do a 3-hour show by myself, a lot of people said it couldn't be done. A lot of people said, hey, Rick, I don't think it can be done. A lot of people said, but Rick, how you going to do it? But Rick, wait, fear not, because I do it. Woo! The come up is super real. Appo 16, baby. We are so out here. We're finishing up this final hour. I'm doing my gosh darn best, guys. How many minutes was that? 4? I'm okay with it. Viewership didn't even dip. We're hanging. All right. Let's get ourselves mentally prepared to win $1 million. Appo, you're just joining us. We're about to start our final hour when we're going to put together our lineup for the DraftKings Millionaire Maker. If we win $1 million. Oh, Brandon, don't worry about it. Thanks, man. We're doing a very similar thing that we did last week for this week. We're going to spend our whole last hour working on our DraftKings Millionaire Maker lineup. If we win $1 million, one person who watched the show today and commented in our chat is going to get to choose where we shoot next week's episode, right? So just by commenting in the chat, you're entered for our lucrative sweepstakes. Purple Trees. If I win the $1 million, Purple Trees gets to choose. He could maybe him choose where we shoot our next episode. Unbelievable. People blowing me up. Purple Trees. I think Minnesota's going to win, but I think it's going to be close. Oh, man. Minnesota and the Purple Trees. Tyrod or Alex Smith. Johnny, we didn't do that. I would probably say Alex Smith. Not by much, though. Tyrod hasn't had a ton of good games against New England. He's only had a QB1 performance. How much do you think yachts cost, Appo? How much do you think yachts cost? So Alex Smith has a new offensive coordinator this week, so I'm willing to go in on Alex Smith over a Patriots team that really respects Tyrod Taylor's game. They respect Tyrod Taylor more than the Bills respect Tyrod Taylor. I think that's fair. Suhu, I got you. Keenan Allen, Marvin Jones, Shepard, Devontae, Landry, pick 3, PPR. The good news is those are some good receivers. Give me Keenan Allen, Heat. Sterling Shepard, matchup. Devontae Adams, matchup. That's actually easier than I thought it would be. That's a good receivers core heading into the postseason. Good luck. Let's fire off this theme song. Let's fire off our last hour song that we're going to go with, our video of the day, and getting into this last hour. I'm ready to win $1 million. You ready to win $1 million with me? Juju's good. Bangs. It bangs, baby. Never ceases to bang. I just asked a bunch of fantasy people if they want to come in and chat. Wow. Here we go. Is Juju the truth? I mean, he's pretty good. Sammy Watkins in that too. My bad. I would not take Sammy Watkins out, man. He's going against Patrick Peterson. He's going to get one catch for 18 yards, maybe. Just don't trust Geno with Sterling. I mean, I think that's a mistake. I think it's okay to trust Geno with Sterling. I think that Geno's going to have a decent game. I don't see why Geno's not getting trusted. It doesn't really make a ton of sense. The Raiders just got torched by Tom Brady and then got torched in a half for two touchdowns in a half to a relief appearance from Trevor Siemian. Do you know how bad that is? So bad. They let Paxton Lynch drive on them. Brandon, I got you. Brandon, I got you. I didn't ignore it. Man, it's the last hour. We're trying to get some million. I got to play the theme song. I got to play our internet video of the day. And I'm going to do your question. Okay. Aaron Jones, not enough touches for me in my millionaire maker. I wouldn't be crazy about starting him. Do I start Carson Wentz or Drew Brees this week? I would take Wentz. The Seattle secondary has just been picked apart, and the Eagles are just that good. Now let's go back to Brandon's question. Evan Ingram or Kyle Rudolph? Flex, Dede Westbrook, or Isaiah Crowell? This is interesting. I am okay with Dede Westbrook. I think, especially in PPR, Dede Westbrook has a chance to have nice games, especially this week against the Colts, who are bad in the secondary. I think he could very easily take a slant and go on this one. Obviously, Bortles being your quarterback is rough, but Westbrook doesn't go deep. He's intermediate and then break after the catch. He's got good speed, and the targets are there. Like, He's kind of replacing Keelan Cole in the slot. They just don't have the weapons. So if Westbrook can be a weapon, he automatically goes up because there are no weapons. They're weaponless on the outsides. So it becomes a very interesting scenario for Dede in the flex. I like him over Crowell just because the ceiling's higher. I think Dede Westbrook has a much better chance of having a great game than Crowell against the Chargers. Crowell could still have a nice game. So it's a ceiling basement play for me. And then Evan Ingram or Kyle Rudolph, it's tough. Kyle Rudolph has a plus matchup and has been on a nice little tear. Case Keenum obviously loves Kyle Rudolph, and that's a big thing for me is the rapport. And Evan Ingram and Geno Smith haven't had a game together, so I don't really know where he's going to look. So right now, I'm going to say Rudolph, but it's very possible next week, if you ask me the same question, I'm going to say Ingram just because I can see Geno force-feeding a big body like Rudolph, like Ingram, because he doesn't want to miss early. If you want to hit your first couple throws, you just throw to your biggest target. I think that's fair. All right, baby. 55 minutes till kickoff. Let's I can't keep playing this video without actually playing it. This is our internet video of the day. It's from Finally Aaron. It is the Golden Girls theme song. This is one of my favorite videos of all time. Whoa. Guys. Playing audio. Oh my god. Oh my god, that's so frustrating. And now it's playing with the sound off. What is happening to my life? Why is my life like this? So you click it to make it bigger, but then as soon as you click on it, it's going to exit full screen, from what I understand. There it is. That's our video of the week. It's a YouTube favorite of mine, and I hope you enjoyed it. Let's get into this millionaire maker. It is the Checkdown Millionaire Hour, presented by me. Woo! We're going to get it. Oh, sorry, got to update this. Bang. Bang. All right, get the extra fancy in there. Woo! That got me real fired up. That got me real fired up. I love it. That guy can wail. Dylan. Is he like a sperm or a baleen? That guy can wail. Fucking Burns. That's hilarious, man. You should have left it. If I need everybody. No. So good. This last hour, Millionaire Hour, is brought to you by Voltaire Cycles in Denville. The e-bike industry is an emerging industry, and if you're looking for the best in electronic bicycles, then ride your way down to Voltaire Cycles, Denville, New Jersey, the premier e-bike spot in northern New Jersey. That's our first advertisement of the show history. That's rip, dude. Nobody picking up. It is time to millie. Are there any sneaky RB pickups this week, Jonathan? On like league long waivers, I don't think that there's any like outright names that are worth picking up. Maybe Gallman before action gets going, and maybe Peyton Barber because Doug Martin's out. But I don't think the Bucs run game is that special that it would like matter. I really don't. Okay. That guy can wail. That's still making me laugh. That's so good. We're getting our requisite programs open. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Mike Davis, I mean, the Seahawks have had a really bad time running the ball. Like, I've made my own mistakes trusting Seahawks running backs. Presser, we did this last week with McKissick. It's just not happening. Okay, so I have one Millionaire Maker entry reserved for me. And here we go. So on your right side of the screen, I have my most likes. I don't know why I have a hyphen in between fun and chess, but these are the guys that I think I like the most on today's slate. And we can't obviously fit them all in a lineup, but we're going to try. Rivers or Breeze? I like Rivers. He's hot. The Browns are not great, and Breeze has a decently tough matchup. Obviously, Breeze is Drew Brees, but I like Rivers this week. I think Rivers is a quintessential fantasy playoffs quarterback because his team is doing things. Jonathan, I don't have Ravens on here, but I probably should. I'm just out of room at the bottom, but Ravens definitely belongs in that conversation. I'm just going to try to throw this together quick right now, and then we'll go and edit. I like Rivers. I'm going to try to pull one from every list at least. The more I read about the Cardinals, the more I'm leaning Gurley. 0.5 PPR, Ingram or Doyle. I will go Ingram. Ingram is just way better than Doyle. Doyle's been getting the looks. Whatever. It's the Jaguars defense. I don't want anybody facing the Jaguars defense. Dylan, Ravens or Patriots? Give me Ravens, the higher chance to score. I mean, Patriots obviously cheaper option if we're doing this. So I'm gonna go with Drake here. I think that's a cheap-ish option. Why not the Lions defense? Flacco is garbage. Because the Lions are on the road, and the Lions defense just got torched by the Vikings at home, and the Lions defense has been vulnerable. What's AJ Green's deal? Homeboy isn't balling. Well, honestly, John, it's not necessarily AJ Green's fault. It's everybody else's fault. AJ Green's still getting his targets, but there's no other threat. There's no other reason for us to say let's not dedicate all our time and energy to stopping AJ Green because Joe Mixon's not balling. If Joe Mixon was balling, we might see AJ Green balling, and that might be something to look at for the fantasy playoffs. It is very interesting. Who's my quarterback? Rivers? What if we did an Allen Rivers stack? Is that crazy? That's so expensive, right? I don't want to do that. I want to do Henry instead. Did I have Henry on this list? I don't. Great. Let's double flex tight ends because it worked for the Millionaire Maker last week. Double flex tight ends. Double flex tight ends. Who's the first tight end on the board? Gronk. He's not really like the cheap flex option. But you're getting the cheap flex option Henry and then flexing Gronk. McCaffrey expected to play. I don't like a contact-heavy running back that has a shoulder injury. What's going on, Trav? Thanks for popping in. Give me Keenum over Tyrod Taylor. Keenum's hot. Tyrod's not. Coleman still hot or Nab? Corey, yes. Tevin, no. All right, we gotta get some cheapies. Sterling Shepard, 7K is a lot. Adam, 65. Robbie, 63. Landry 5'9", Sanu 5-6. That's spice. But the slot corners for Minnesota have been improved. Give me one of these bottom guys. Man, Emmanuel Sanders is looking real good there. Manny Sanders looking real good. And then there's Jay Gordon. God damn it, Jay Gordon's just taunting me. And Ellington, my boy Ellington. Matthew Stafford, the one, the only. Hey, you got a day game today, baby boy. Give me Curse for 43. Curse is good. Oh, McCown. McCown is a good play. Not my playoff system. Tim Salty. Welcome back, Tim. Tim, did you miss the nicknames? What'd you think of nicknames? I had you in mind, man. We're looking for wide receivers, and then we're going to try to see if we can cut corners anywhere. Right now, I hate this. Manny Sanders, I like. Now I have two. I can spend a lot on two guys. D-Hop, matchup proof, right? And then 31, that gives me Ravens D. That's actually not bad. That's actually not bad. I get Rivers to Hunter Henry. Drake, Howard. I know, I want Diggs and Robbie. I know. I think if I take Gronk out of my flex, I can work one of them in and probably upgrade 2 positions. Let's do that. Instead of Gronk at my flex, instead of saying 7K for the flex, let's try to not spend 7K for the flex. Adams, good matchup. We just saved $500. And then instead of Manny Sanders, we can get Manny Sanders. That didn't work out so well. We've basically freed up $800, which is less than ideal. But we can see Curse, it's just going to put us in this low 5s. The low 5s are terrible. What's going on, Jimmy Marrow? Welcome to the Checkdown Millionaire Hour. We are so out here. Jimmy, bum, 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 bum. Oh, Jimmy Marrow, bum, 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 bum. Gonna save on Josh McCown. Oh, wow. Game changer. Look at this lineup now. We've been tinkering. Jimmy. Yeah, Jimmy's been losing. I don't think that that's 100% my fault. I'd like to see the scores, and I'd like to see the individual bench scores, and I'd like to see if that's actually my fault. But I believe you. We're working our DFS right now, Jimmy. We're trying to win $1 million. It's kind of a big deal. Matt Stafford, you got a question? I'm here for you, baby. If I take out D-Hop because his quarterback's bad, can I get two players with good quarterbacks? Can I get Diggs and Anderson? Man, Diggs and Robbie for 6. Ooh, I think I can. Diggs and Robbie. Now I'm $100. $100 over here. This is really good. Hey, Jimmy, my man. I want to see some empirical evidence, though. Right now, you're giving me anecdotal evidence, which I'm not the biggest fan of. For 3,000, I can start the Lions, the Broncos, the Dolphins, the Packers, I do like the Jets D, but that's like a really, really sketchy option. I'd prefer that $100 back. Can I get ASJ? Oh, can I get ASJ for cheaper than Henry? Henry's 47. Oh, look at this. We got ourselves a jet stack, boys. McCown, Robbie Anderson, and ASJ. Wow. And then we get that Rams D. Wow. Scamming it. This isn't so bad. Gore galore, you animal. Don't we have a tree on here? We have a tree. And now we got to get another tree. You're the man. But I don't have... I burned out the green. This is the millionaire hour, by the way. We're winning $1 million. This is my $1 million lineup right now. I'm going to save it, and we're going to look at our other entries. Okay, so these are the lineups that I have. The top 2 are millionaire makers. Oh, just put lights on it. Okay, I like that. I like just putting lights on the tree. That's hilarious. And we got to put a season 2. Tim, orange or red for season 2 logo? I just did McCown, Drake, Howard, Devontae Adams, Robbie Anderson, Diggs, Delaney, Jared Cook. Oh, Budo, look at my top one. That's almost the exact same thing. Except I went with cheaper defense and Safarian Jenkins over Cook. But we are right out here, man. We are right out here. My other lineup is a little heavier on running backs. Oh, I have Safarian Jenkins in both. I should change. Oh, and I have Anderson Diggs in both. I got to change that. Even though I like them both. I can't have two lineups be so similar, because if they both bomb, that'd be bad. We're going to put a season 2 up somewhere. Hashtag season 2. Hashtag season 2. We're so out here. Go all in, baby. Yeah, Gorgolor, we got renewed, if you didn't know. So, I hope your Portland ass is ready for a whole nother year of this shit. Christmas, I gave you my picks, and the very next day, you threw them away. That thing has fallen on me a couple times. Crowell or Burkhead, PPR. I love Burkhead there. Juju or Watkins, PPR. I love me some Juju there. Okay, I gotta edit this entry, man. I gotta edit this entry because it's got too much Robbie. It got Robbie Diggs on both ends. So why don't I get Thielen on this one? I got Adams on the other one too, but I don't want to get two totally separate lineups. Let's go full Charger stack. Gorgolor wants the all-in. I'm giving that man the all-in. I'm giving that man the all-in. Keenan Allen's like the #1 guy. 83 hunch. Ew, I'm so far in the red. But we bench Robbie for... Ooh, Reynolds is attractive. Roberts is attractive. Where's Curse, though? I want Curse. And then we take out Manny. Oh, Josh Gordon staring me in the face. Millie Maker, guys. Josh Gordon, Millie Maker with a Charger stack with Rivers, Gordon, Allen. Also going Josh Gordon. Someone tell me it's wrong. I'll wait. Someone tell me it's wrong. We got 2 entries. We really like the other entry. Oh my God, it's staring me right in the face though. Brady, Drake, Murray, Allen, Thielen, Demarius, Seals, Jones, Jamal Williams, Broncos. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. I like everything about that but Broncos. Hey, Jacob, what's going on? Marvin Jones or Sterling Shepard, PPR. Gordon stack. I know. I'm taking him. I'm taking him so I can root for him. Rivers, Gordon, Allen, Gordon, Curse. I have exact dollars on that too. Let's just check them with the other lineups. Okay, Sterling Shepard over Marvin Jones, Jacob. Shepard is the PPR target, so you're going to get more upside there. You're going to get more targets there, and he's against a much worse defense. Geno's not that bad. I need a Geno lineup, I feel like. Let me make something just for the earlies. Just for the early games. Just an early game stack. I really want a Ram stack, too. I know. No, Bobby. First of all, it's the second lineup. Second of all, I'm just reading they have a whole section of plays ready for him. Third of all, they got nothing to lose. Fourth, he's kind of nasty. Fifth, Deshaun Kaiser's got a deep ball. Sixth, it's the exact budget. So it's like Gordon high upside, and now we got like, or Marquise Goodwin or Jeremy Maclin on this though. So like, I mean, the root for him is there, but it's also the for now it's a value play. Because what if he's the number one guy today and he is 8,000 next week? You know what I mean? Like, kind of a big value to put in one of the lineups. You know, just put him in one of the lineups. Early only. I want a Geno lineup. This is not Millie Maker. Herm Edwards, baby. Tell him. Oh, the Giants play late, right? The Giants play late, so that's a late. So this is our early stack. So let's do... I wanted to do all Giants and all Rams, and it's late. So I guess we'll do that later. All right, here's our two lineups here. Dilly Gorgalore. Eli Manning is not going to end up on the Broncos. Eli Manning's going to stay. Eli Manning's going to start for the Giants week 1 next year, just so you guys know that. Okay, the McCown, Anderson, Safarian, Jenkins stack, the Rivers, Gordon, Allen stack. That's what we want to put our $1 million on. Kenyon Drake in both. Cooper Kupp in both. Safarian Jenkins in both. Rams defense in both. It is Gabbert. It is Gabbert. Makes me nervous, though. Let's edit this one. We're making changes because we're overthinking, all right? Crowell or Burkhead PPR. Why did your phone turn off, dude? Burkhead PPR, Juju PPR. Watkins has to cover Patrick Peterson, my guy. Kenyon Drake is going to be in every single MF lineup. I'm trying to find any big play here. Oh, Gorgler. I don't know. They did the top 4. I honestly don't know who the top 4 is. So you tell me, man. You tell me. I wish I knew. Bama, Georgia, Clemson, Oklahoma. Ew, Bobby Dubs. Jimmy G, Millie lineup. Sex. Let's go with cheap defense here. So Darren Lee is out for the Jets. I think that matters. Bowl season. He's magic. No, they don't. What is a don't? What is a no, they don't? Christmas, I gave you my farts. The very next day, you wafted away. Not Chargers. Won by 20. Ohio State lost by 30. John Garza, I need 3. Please. Burkhead, McCoy, Kamara, or Hyde. Oh, sit Burkhead. The other 3 are studs, my guy. The other 3 are studs, my guy. Give me Bears defense against a rookie. I'm trying to work Gronk into my lineup. Roger Lewis, man. Oh, my God. He's so cheap. He's so cheap, and I love the Giants. Because I'm a man. I'm 40. One of these guys that I'm scrolling past is going to have a big day. One of these guys is going to have a big day. Oh, Presser got his laptop hacked. Here we go, boys. We're scrolling and we're scrolling. Stop if you see anything. Would I say Burkhead over Crowell? In PPR only, Suhu, I would. I'm getting killed here. Rivers, Drake, Gordon, Allen, Gordon, Curse. Gronk is so expensive. He's so expensive for a tight end. It's insane. I can't justify that. It's so expensive. It's so much money. When you look at a guy like Ingram who's 57... or Cook is 50. It's got to be Cook, right? I'm an idiot for not taking Cook. And now I got 51 for my flex, which is so different. And I can get Burkhead if I want. I can get Murray with just one more hundo, though. If there's anybody I'm not totally sold on. But I don't want to go more expensive at any of these other positions. Where did I... Because I went expensive with the Chargers stack. Josh Rosen making what the D tackle is? Meh. Leave me alone. DT or Josh Gordon? Stafford. Whoa, that's a tough one. So DT's got a lot of red zone looks, and for that, I can't really like bench him. Plus the Dolphins D-backs are terrible. We're not talking about that enough. We really aren't. The Dolphins D-backs are terrible. And that's why I'm going to start Manuel Sanders. I don't care. I think that's a great play. Rivers, Drake, Gordon, Allen, Gordon, Curse, Cook, Sanders, Bears. It's a little unconventional. I see we have a totally separate debate raging. I think I need a Keenum stack. I need another one. I'm doing it. I'm making another one. I need a Case Keenum Diggs stack. Let's not hijack this chat on Rack. Hit me up at RanYummyManio. How about you don't ask people to like stop watching the show and like go talk to you somewhere else? Fucking dumbass Rob W. Radio. I need to make a third Millionaire Maker lineup, okay? I'm freaking out, and it's only $20 this week because, you know, it was $75 last week, and I could only make one, and I was stressing about it. But now I feel like I should open it up a little bit because I need this Case Keenum stack. What is a dilly dilly emoji, Paul? Thank you so much. Have you seen the emoji board? You're incredible, man. Come on, Paul. Oh, man. What do I do for dilly dilly? Is it the bells? Is it the bells? What's going on, Matt Stafford? Always love having you on the show. Figure it out, Paul. Figure it out, man. I got 30 minutes, and I'm trying to millie maker. Diggs or Thielen? I need everybody in the chat to share their opinion. I will build this lineup right now. Diggs or Thielen? Everybody in the chat right now while I draw Dilly Dilly Bell. Everybody in the chat. I need everybody in the chat, Diggs or Thielen. Oh, I crashed Google Chrome. Hype! Crashed Google Chrome. Hype! This is interesting. We could lose it all here. We could lose it all. The Mac is struggling. Just willing to risk it all here. Millie. I need some advice, guys. I'm looking up emojis. Diggs, Keenum, Rivers, Diggs. Ooh, there's some cracks in here. Diggs or Thielen, baby. Everybody gets a choice. Paul, if you're late to joining the show, John, you're new to the show. If we win the Millionaire Maker today, if we win the $1 million first prize, I have 3 entries. One person who commented on the show today, you have to have left a comment, you are going to get to choose anywhere on the earth for me to host next week's show. That's if we win the Millionaire Maker. So you have incentive to root for my entry. If you win the Millionaire Maker, if I win the Millionaire Maker this week, you get to choose where I host next week's show from. Literally anywhere on earth. Literally anywhere on earth. So root for it, appreciate it, and one person will spin a globe for your boy and send me in my bags. I just realized that passports being what they are, it might take, I will make it happen. It's going to happen, continental US. Anywhere on the earth that you want me to go. Bell emojis are not Google. My Google Chrome is just dead. So bell emoji don't exist. Let's just type it. Gorgalore, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. There's no space on this. Oh, my God. Ugh. I got to type Bell. I don't know what it looks like. That's not the only Bell emoji. I think that's the only dog emoji. You can charter a yacht. There it is. That's right. I can charter a yacht. I can't buy a yacht. Someone earlier in the show was like, you're doing it from a yacht. I was like, that's not... Yachts cost more. Okay, so I don't have a yellow. But I have a black. It's going to be orange and black, I guess. Because that's really all I got. This is making it way tougher. Okay, guys. Back to the La Familia I'm aligned with before I betray them. We're back into Millie Maker mode, right? I should have gotten replugged in. If I already had it. No. I'm so glad I got to share that with you guys today. More markers needed. Yes, 100%. We killed the green marker. That was an accident. But I'm working on this. I wanted to retire Emoji Board Season 1, and then I just never got the... It's a big project. I was trying to secure the rights for Vitamin C's graduation for the clip, and she's real stingy. She's real stingy with her media rights. So this is Emoji Board Season 1. As we go on... We remember the emojis that we checked down. All right. Up in the corner, we're going to do a bell over here. We're going to do a dog over there. I had the bell. It's kind of like the laundromat bell, like ring bell for service. Guys, Thielen. Okay, so I need to make more decisions. So I think the chat said Diggs, right? Paul did buy Diggs, but Diggs, Thielen, Diggs. That's 3-3. You guys are the worst. The Checkdown live from I've done a couple of live stuff. I was at NASCAR last year, Checkdown live. Oh, drop my marker. Guys, the chat was 3-3, but Paul was the money man, so Paul chooses Diggs. We officially have a Keenum and Stefan Diggs stack. Need more players. Answering a text. Little look inside the glass. Can I borrow a Thielen word to Kirk? Can I borrow a Thielen? I'm hooked on a Thielen. Guys, we gotta finish this out. I need running backs. I like both those guys, Thielen and Diggs. If I were struggling in my lineup, I'd play two wide receiver, no qualms. I understand the qualmlessness about it, but I'm making a bell. Sorry. I just completely faded away from the conversation. What's going on, Armel? You're like 3.5 hours late. We're picking our millionaire maker. We watched our video today. We did top 5 NFL nicknames. It's been a busy show. We didn't miss you. It's all good. Bama took the 4th spot. Pure sex. Saban's in. Can't have it without Saban. All right. The bell's almost done. We just got to draw the base bell. So wait, Ohio State's not in? That's actually... pretty provocative. Ohio State not being in is a little spicy. Ohio State over Bama, but when Bama loses to champions. Bama loses to top teams. So, I get it. This might be the most not safe for work emoji we've ever done. But that's it. Bama might win it all again now. No, Clemson, Oklahoma, Georgia, and Bama. I definitely like Clemson there. Definitely. If Kelly Bryant is healthy, Clemson's the best team in the country. Yeah, Moral of the story. Don't lose to Iowa by 20. Easy. Easy moral of the story. Ohio State was going to get waxed by all three of those teams. To me, that's as simple as the argument gets, honestly. That's as simple as it gets. Ohio State versus Clemson boat race. Ohio State versus Oklahoma boat race. Like, I could do this with the other two, but I don't want to be, let's go. Ohio State's just the 5th best team. There's nothing wrong with that. Welcome to the Orange Bowl. I hope you get stomped by UCF. We got to put a dog over here. Kelly Bryant's not bad. Dude, I can't believe we have Josh Gordon in a Millionaire Maker lineup. I'm so psyched. We have 20 minutes to get that lineup in, and we got to draw this dog. This dog has the thing over his eye. He's got the ears. Okay, so it's like a cloud face. I'm so bad at this, man. Dilly, brother. No. This is really bad, guys. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Can you guys see this? Oh, yeah, it's kind of creeping in the corner. Oh, boy. Oh, here she comes. Scooter, watch out. Scooter, watch out. Watch out, boy. She'll chew you up. I'm waiting a week on Gordon. Guess what? I'm going to have $1 million, and you can get him next week when he's $9,000 on DraftKings. Oh, here he comes. Watch out, boys. He'll chew you up. These are puppy ears. I didn't say I was an artist. Whoa, puppy ears. Watch out, boys, he's puppy ears. Whoa, puppy ears. This is oogly. Guys, I need picks for running backs, too. Don't forget. Actually didn't come out the most terrible, but still really bad. So there's our dog. That's pretty good, actually. You don't know how bad an author I was before this show. There's our bell. Pretty not safe for work, but it's sizable. It's real. Dilly. Ring the bell, dilly. Oh, here she comes. Watch out, boys. She'll chew you up. 20 minutes, boys. I should do the live draft on draft, too. All right, where were we? Jeez. Whew. Armel. Talk to me about running backs, man. We got 5 on the right. We could put 2 in our lineup. And this is for our Milvin Davers. Who did Rob and Tom pick? Rob's got Murray and Drake and Jamal Williams. And Tom has... Oh, I missed it. McCown. You have Drake and Howard. I feel like everybody's got some combination of Drake Howard, but I went Gordon. Gang, I love you, but we got to make this Millie together. The Gurley show. That's what I'm talking about, press. I really feel like Gurley could have a nice game. The Cardinals' run defense is nice, but he's going to wear him down. He's so expensive. Oh, my God. What else are we looking for? We're looking for some cheapies. Ted Ginn revenge game. The third receiver tore up the Panthers last week. What about a Ted Ginn revenge game? We love revenge game touchdowns, boys. We love them. That's a 4 o'clock? Ugh. Ted Ginn revenge game. Lock it in. Guys, we got to fill this lineup out. We're in pretty good shape here. I need a tight end. I need a defense. I need players. I have 18 minutes, and I'd like to do a draft on draft. Roberts. There we go. That's a value pick. Imagine Geno gets hurt, and he's got to get replaced. Vernon Davis. Gorgalore. What? Vernon Davis? Did you say Vernon Davis? Vernon Davis? Who played on Thursday? Gorgalore? All right, we have money, and we have slots. What should we do here, guys? We go cheap D. We can go big flex. We can go cheap tight ends. What do you want to look at? 17. I love it. Vernon Davis. 2 weeks in a row, he runs over like 30 routes, and he's got like 1 target in 2 weeks. Ultimately frustrating. Brutally frustrating. No slot shaming. No, we got to get some good slot guys. Devontae Adams has been a good slot guy. Who's been roasted in the slot? Tampa's been roasted in the slot. Denver's been roasted in the slot. Miami's been roasted in the slot. The Giants have been kind of roasted in the slot. The Chiefs kind of, but the Chiefs have a Marcus Peters. Chiefs have Revis today. Brandon Cookies is good, but he's not getting enough targets for me. I'm doing the same thing I do every week with Brandon Cooks. Brandon Cooks, I'm not going to start him unless the weather's warm or he's indoors. That's how I feel. I'm very, very, very sure about that. Shady's not a bad option. Jared Cook, but do I want 2 Raiders? The Raiders are bad. I'm already going cheap with 1 Raider. You know what? Because I don't have it anywhere else. You're right. You're right. Because I don't have it anywhere else, I am going with the Jaguars defense. They're more expensive, but I think it's worth it. Jacoby Brissett's bad. We might be looking at 10 sacks. It's in the cards. 10 sacks is legitimately in the cards. So now we have tight end, flex, and a running back. And we can dip once. If a good player is 6'5", we can go cheap on a tight end and go. My options for flex are T.Y., Duke, Adrian Peterson, Marshawn Lynch, Macklin, Jay Williams, K. Stills, Derrick Henry, Hunter Henry. I really like Hunter Henry. And Lynch out of those two, definitely. Marshawn for cheap is another good. I don't want to stack against the Giants, and Snacks is going to play. Armel. I don't know. Snacks like shut down Kareem Hunt. I really get nervous with Marshawn Lynch. Marshawn Lynch ate up the Dolphins. But, fuck, man. Gorgalore, man. I'm getting killed here. I need a running back, a tight end, and a flex. Man, this is rough, man. Gorgalore's the man. He feeds me. Where do we put this fucking thing? It's a family show. Kamara's too expensive, and I like the Panthers defense, even though, If you watch the Jets game, if someone here watched the Jets game, just let me know how the Panthers covered backs out of the backfield. I know, Kamara's so hot right now. He's so expensive, though. I'd have to go cheap for the other 3 positions. Kamara, so hot right now. I know, Presser, that's what I'm saying. Presser, you got to understand, like, Kamara had me 40 fantasy points last week, but he only touched the ball 11 times. That's, like, insanely frustrating. And that was a game they trailed the whole game, and Kamara still touched the ball only 11 times. He just happened to have an 80-yard touchdown run. That's crazy. That's crazy. I'm sorry. Stop with all the cat emojis. I can only choose one. I'm so bad at this. Oh, bad at this. I'm a real bad at this. No, Presser, it's bad, man. 11 touches. Obviously, that means he's the most efficient running back in football. John, you should not be looking at Tyrod, and projections are bullshit. Don't listen to projections. Rivers and Keenum are guaranteed to outscore Tyrod. Now you're going to make me save the note, which I can't because I have my phone hooked up to the screen right now. Yeah, if I want to start a guy, I want to start a guy based on volume, right? And then we got a Kamara Ingram thing. There's a very good chance one guy touches the ball less than 10 times. That's the most not fun. I already have Keenum over Tyrod as the only pick in my phone. So I don't really know what the whole question is where we like Tyrod Taylor because it's a blowout, but they always do a good job of keeping him in check. Who's he going to throw to? We have 10 minutes to finish this lineup. I don't think we're going to get to a draft on draft. The cat. Oh, shit. Gorgolor, you're killing me, man. That's a MF cat right there. Ooh. Right in the center, Gorgolor. Right in the middle of it all, baby. All right, we literally have to finish this lineup because it's the games are going to start. We got 10 minutes. John, thank you for your advice. I will see you next week. Purple Boys for life, by the way. Right here, right here. Same bat channel, same bat place. We got to go back to the Millionaire Maker. I want to do next show on an island. Safarian Jenkins just feels like a better play over and over and over again. Hunter Henry, though. Give me Hunter Henry. Because this isn't the... This is good. If I go Kamara, who's left? Kamara, by the way, number one running back, 8,400. This guy touched the ball 13 times 11, sorry. I wish he touched the ball 13 times. 11 touches, 5 carries. He rushed the ball 5 times last week, and he's an $8,400 running back. That is criminal. 10 minutes to kick off. I'm freaking out. Kareem Hunt. I'm doing it. He's cheap. He's contrarian. He's a stud. And now I got 4,700 in the flex. Deshaun Jackson. I love that. Active on the field. Game log last week. 8 for 60, 2 for 28, 6 for 80, 2 for 25, 3 for 30. With Winston now, 5 for 70, 3 for 30 and a touch, 5 for 106. Yep, get in there. We got Deshaun Jackson, baby. And that's a perfect lineup. That's our Viking stack that we wanted so bad. And we got nice balance there. We got Ted Ginn revenge game. That might be the one, boys. Armel, do I start Jameis or McCown? McCown. The Chiefs are the last place team in the league when it comes to explosive plays. They give up more explosive plays than any other team in football. McCown is a fine pick today. Okay, let's do... Can we do a draft on draft? Heyo. Heyo. Too far to the side. Nick Bush. Bushy, man. What's up, baby? Hope you liked the fights last night. You missed that breakdown. That Francis Ngannou, man. He is insane. I thought he killed Overeem. Should my brother still start Ingram? Yeah, Ingram's a fine start. Mark Ingram is a top 5 running back, an every week start, and it's not up for debate. Sorry, man. Sorry, man. It's not up for debate. All right, we're doing a 3-man draft right here, baby. 8 minutes. Give me names. Give me names. Give me names. Give me names. This is anybody. Our quarterback, 2 running backs, and 2 pass catchers. For the whole week. For the whole week. We've been losing on these. We've been winning, and then we started losing. Oh. Get out of here, Michael Thomas. You're a joke. Where's Gronk? I thought he was... What is this? What is this? What is this? Oh, wow. This is only the late games? Great. Cool. Haven't won yet. Haven't won yet. Oh, 7 per... That's why. There's 7 minutes left. Do they not think they can get one in time? 15 games. I'll do a head-to-head with this schmo. Oh, look at that guy. Look at this guy's face. Oh, my God. Oh, man, that's so funny. His face. He's so surly. He's so surly. Yeah, those were quality fights last night. Really good pay-per-view. I actually was talking to a friend about it and then had him come into the chat of other friends and be like, wow, after tonight, I need to watch more UFC. And I was like, damn straight, homie. We're setting our cue. We have 6 minutes until kickoff. Boy, howdy. That was a pretty good show today. We cruised. We cruised like Victor, baby. And we set our millie. We did the millionaire hour for the first time. And a lot of 12s here. I don't know where they get their projections from sometimes, man. It's stupid. Woo! Woo! All right, I got 30 seconds to draft. I don't want to draft a quarterback because that puts the other guy in a position where he can wait on a quarterback all game. Give me, give me Keenan Allen. Torcho. Yeah. Oh, Gorgalore. I forgot you got down on UFC. Yes. So good last night. Really good. Even the undercard. The undercard on Fox Sports 1 was really entertaining. My only gripe with UFC is that I need Joe Rogan to call every flippin' fight. And I'm not joking. He's way, way, way better than everybody else. Joe Rogan needs to call every UFC event. He's picking twice. He's got wraparound. Oh, Budo, definitely, man. You missed it last night, but there's some good stuff coming. And then once you get there, hates travel. Who's travel? Oh, Joe Rogan. Yeah, Joe Rogan, that's why he only does the domestic stuff. Yeah. I took DeAndre Hopkins because, hey, Shabe, what's going on, Shabe? You're a little late, and but I will answer any question you might have for these last 4 minutes. UCF is better over UFC, yes. Oh, you sub. Thank you so much. We're here for 3 hours every Sunday before kickoff. We started at 10 a.m. We're wrapping up in these last 4 minutes. Right now, we're doing a snake draft. This is called Play Draft. It's daily DFS. Oh, Armo! Armo! Ah! David Silva, how's it feel? Burns, tell me how you feel. Yeah, I'm taking Tom Brady. Yep, we're done in 3 minutes. So, but you've been a great listener for the amount of time you've been here. Has this really not been up the whole time? It has been, though, right? Yeah, I'll take shady. Why not? What is happening? All right, we're dotting the I's, we're crossing the T's. It's been a lovely 3 hours with you guys. Guys. Next week, when we meet back here, this is playoff time. When we meet back here next week, this will be... Oh my God, I totally forgot a segment. I forgot a whole segment. Let's go through it right now. Everybody watch right now. Josh Gordon's back, right? I always wanted to make one of these, so I made one of these. I always wanted to make one, so I'm making one right now. Josh Gordon last played in December 21st, 2014, right? That was against the Panthers. So we're going to do one of those, you know, this day in history, and then we're going to play the theme song and get out of here. The #1 movie when Josh Gordon played his last game 3 years ago was Not All at Once, Don't Yell It Out. That's right, The Hobbit Battle of the Five Armies, 60% on Rotten Tomatoes, American classic. Who was the Browns quarterback for that last game, December 21st, 2014? Did you guess? Yanni Football? That's right. He got injured in the game. That ended his season. He is a punk. The Sony hack happened the week of Josh Gordon's last name. Remember that? That was totally a thing. The Interview, underrated movie. And the starting quarterbacks that week, just to give you a sense of how the times were back in 2014, the Eagles were starting Mark Sanchez, the Titans were starting Charlie Whitehurst, and the Bills were still messing around with Kyle Orton. Josh Gordon's back. Josh Gordon's back. Josh Gordon's back. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you on the show today. This is my favorite time of the week, not the sign-off part, doing the whole show. The 3-hour process is my favorite time of the week. Good luck, everybody. We're going to hang out all day today. Millionaire Maker, I'll keep you updated. Josh Gordon is wasted right now, getting ready for his return. Stay beautiful, people. Let's win some money. Matt Stafford, good luck today against that Ravens defense. Staff gonna stat. Keep it up. Stay beautiful. Good luck today. I hope you make the playoffs so I can see you back next week. Josh Gordon, we'll see what he does. We'll see if we get some milli. Somebody in the chat might pick a desert island for me to go do the show on. But overall, it's playoff time. And this is your playoff. I hope everything goes well for you. Keep me posted, Twitter, Facebook. Just shoot me a text. Send up a smoke signal. I'm here for you. It's the Checkdown every Sunday for 3 hours. Season 1 almost ending, but that don't mean this train is slowing down. We are here, baby. 1 p.m. on the dot. You have a great day. Be safe. Be happy. Love each other. Good luck.